Mm.
Go. Go.
Silver love.
In a few minutes, I'll have to. One's on. In
Mhm.
a few minutes, I'll have to go put the weight on that. Hello, hello.
Hello, Ashton.
Hey, Ashton.
You on top of it tonight, bud.
Yeah.
First one in.
How was work today, Ashton?
Yeah, you work today? Can you hear us good?
It was good. I worked 10.5 hours. Oh, that's good.
Right. Little overtime.
Right?
That's good. At least you're getting work.
Well, I didn't work very much. I worked a half a day because one of mine was way up in the boonies. But I did come home and pressure can chicken and beef stew, and now I'm doing
Vegetable or something.
no, I'm doing chicken pot pie mix.
Betty said, "Hey, Betty."
Hey, Betty.
Second fan checking in. Gonna make the paper. That's right.
That's
buddy.
right. So since I got a short day today, which I don't get much, I used it pressure canning all evening. And now I'm back to making blankets.
Yeah. Everybody's gonna have a hobby.
For that, and if stuff does go bad, gotta have blankets.
Mm-hmm. That's going bad. All right, let's go.
Lots of extra blankets, huh?
How you doing, baby?
No, I didn't. I don't even know where the camera is. It's actually in the pressure canner right now. I'm waiting for it to get pressure.
Yeah.
But I will do a video on it if you want me to. The next time I do some, I'll do a video on it.
Yeah.
Because it's not that hard. And we can always use extra of it.
Try to film it just down a little bit. All right. Changing the chat one over to the pop-out window. We got 3 people in here.
Yeah.
Already, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Consider.
Yeah, we don't usually get people that quick.
Yeah.
Well, we do usually get Ashton and Betty.
Just I'm hanging in there. I've had an easy day, but I felt a little out of it. Yeah. One of them days, cold weather, makes you want to stay in the house. Ashton said to me too. Yeah, it's been a lazy day for me too.
I worked a half a day. then I can,
Mhm.
huh?
Yeah. I need to start working on the inside the house
Yeah,
while it's cold. Outside, anyway.
yeah.
Just start doing something. You gotta get flooded. Nah. No, we didn't get flooded. Up here, I don't know of any body of water up here that's big enough to get up in here, but the house in Waynesville, there's a creek in the backyard, and it don't get up in the yard at all.
Mm-mm.
So everything went pretty good as far as the rain goes.
It snowed there. I was up there this morning
Yeah.
and this afternoon.
Yeah, it snowed in Waynesville, and there's ice in the roads and stuff. Not that bad here, though. It didn't get that bad. I think it's supposed to snow again Friday.
And then again Wednesday.
And then again Wednesday, this Wednesday or next Wednesday?
Today is Wednesday, a week from today.
So next Wednesday.
Yeah. It's supposed to snow again Friday and then the 17th.
So yeah.
It's 100% chance Friday. And then I didn't catch what it was on the radio on Friday. I mean on Wednesday.
They were saying this winter's going to be extreme, but I don't know. They've said that for the last 10 winters. Because of the El Nino thing or whatever it is. So the last time it come through, it was a real bad winter. It was slick this morning, Haywood. Yeah. Yeah, snow and ice.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think all the schools there were
Dismissed.
remote learning or whatever.
Yeah, all the Haywood County schools closed.
That computer learning or whatever. I'll be right back. I gotta check my thingy.
I got a job offer today. Going to make millions. What was the job offer, Ashton? What was it for?
That one ain't popped up yet.
Ashton said he got a job offer today.
Oh yeah, that sounds
You're going to
good.
make millions and millions of dollars.
Oh, we got 4 now.
Yeah. I was asking what the job offer was. He's probably still typing.
Oh. What's that? Some plant behind Jacob Holmes.
Come on, it's a plant line J1. Cool. You gonna take it? You gonna take that job? If it's better than what you're doing, I mean, why not?
Right. Anytime you can better yourself.
What do they do there, Ashton? Said you gotta go talk to them at 9.
Mm-hmm.
Monday at 9. What do they do there? I'm not sure what they do at that plant. I know what you're talking about, but I don't know. I'm not sure what they do there. Can you push that?
The door, yeah.
Build industrial air handlers. Yeah,
Huh.
cool. That's good. He said they build industrial air handlers.
Oh my.
Ashton finally come and got his stickers, Betty.
But my arm. Well, I don't want to put it up there because I gotta unroll it.
Yeah. Did you put them stickers on anything, Ashton, or are you still carrying them around?
Well, he just got them last night.
I don't think I'd put one on that work truck of yours. I mean, they might frown on that.
Especially if he switches jobs.
Yeah.
Hey, how are ya?
Henry, dude, hey, Henry, how you doing, bud? Yeah, I don't think I put a sticker on that commercial truck, Ashton. I I don't think they'll really care for that too much.
He can always see if his grandma or one of them want to put it on theirs.
Mm-hmm. How you doing, Henry? We figured we'd get on here and stay on here for a little while tonight and just kind of see how everybody's doing. Hanging in there. Yeah,
Okay.
that's good. That's about all anybody can do right now, but
Where's he from? Where are you from, Henry?
I think he said it was in Nashville.
Nashville.
I think so.
I just didn't know if I knew them. Well, calling this guy from.
And that's calling for some sponsorship on the car. Yeah. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
When you call them, get me an application too.
Right.
Yep,
in
in
Nashville for now.
Yeah, I thought it was in Nashville. What is it?
Sometimes it's hard to remember where everybody's from.
Yeah. Nashville. I'm in Nashville all the time, but
Well, you're all over all the time.
But Nashville's getting crazy.
That's who. That's who it for your stick.
One on hood. Yeah. Yeah. Now I'm good with that. Just put me anywhere you can.
Right.
But yeah, Asheville's still that place getting worse and worse and worse.
Well, everywhere's getting bad.
Everywhere.
Huh?
Yeah, everywhere is, but Asheville's getting. That's a little Charlotte now. Hoping to leave in October. Well, I can't say that I blame you, Henry. I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could. I guess reside in Nashville at all. Where are you planning on going? You leaving North Carolina altogether? Or? That's when nut job. Yeah, you got that right.
Yeah, you got that right.
Especially the nut job part. Yeah, it's and I sound like a broken record, but it's getting worse by the day. Asheville is.
Mm-hmm.
So he's hoping to go to his property in Oklahoma. That would be a good place to be, Oklahoma right now.
Yeah.
Or Wyoming, something like that. Of course, I don't know about Wyoming. I don't want to get too close to that big volcano over there. Yellowstone. I prefer to stay as far away from that thing as I can get.
Yep.
I'm surprised that thing ain't went off yet. The cameras and stuff that watch it, you can go on them live feeds and stuff, watch it. You see them little geysers going off all the time. And I mean, that can't be good. It just can't. They said that the ground has lifted so many inches over there in the last few years. It's 12 miles from Mom Pop Town, about 1,500. Oh. That's a little town that we're in right now. It's got one red light. And the rest of it, yeah, they got $2 stores right beside each other, one red light, and then the rest of it's mountain. So
it's got a little restaurant.
Yeah, it's got a little what's look like a little cafe,
a little diner.
Yeah, which is actually pretty good.
Yeah, I like it. But we both like home cooked meals too.
Yeah,
beats fast food any day. We try to stay away from.
It's not every day you can go into just a little diner and order pinto beans and cornbread. How far from town are you? We're about. I don't consider where we're at a town because it's really not. Like I said, there's a. Let's say there's like a little diner. There's one red light.
Stores.
There's what?
$2 stores and a post office.
Post office, and well, I got one little gas station. Then they have like a little farmer's market type thing, but it's like a little small place.
But the nearest like fast food or Lowe's, Home Depot, grocery store
40 minutes.
is like 45 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, if we go to town, like from here, if we go to town and to go to Lowe's or Home Depot or something like that, it's a 2-hour trip. There and back.
Well, that's just there and back. That's
Yeah.
not counting you shopping.
Yeah. So if you go to Lowe's and buy lumber and have to load the lumber and stuff like that, you're looking at
Half a day.
2 to 3 hours roughly. There and back. So I mean that takes quite a bit of your day out whenever you're doing all that. Especially when you're trying to build something. You get up here and you run out of wood. Then you have to go back to get wood and come back. You might as well wait till the next day because you're just blowed 3 hours right there. But I mean, you're set up for the next day though. But I guess it really all depends on like where you want to go. You just go down once a month, yeah. Unfortunately, we go about every day, but
for wood and stuff like that.
And for lumber and work too. So
yeah, and work. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
But
it really all depends on where you want to go. Like I said, if you want to go to somewhere like Walmart or something like that, then it's 45 minutes out there and 45 back. So, if you just want to run out to the dollar store, it's 20 minutes. Yeah, about 20 minutes.
About 15, 20.
About 15, 20 minutes from here to the dollar store. That's in the little community that we're in. It's right beside the one red light. Yeah, it ain't too bad, but I'd rather have it to where it's like 4 hours to the closest town. I'd be good with that. To be right back. All right. I'm trying to think what else there is here. There's like that little farmer's market. They have little car shows there, and
I need to see if my pressure's building.
they also have like a little. It's like a little building, but they use it for like emergency type thing, like a little. I don't know what you call it, like an emergency room type thing, but it's like a little building that you go to. If you're bad enough, they'll just send you to the hospital or whatever. But urgent care, I guess, what I'm looking for. Yeah. Other than that, they ain't much nothing else here in this little town, anyway. I'm surprised there's even a gas tank. Can't even talk now. A gas station. There's one. But it's pretty cool though. It's one of the old school gas stations, still old. Still got the gas pumps where you turn the thing over to the side. See, she said, Amanda, how much pressure do you have to can it?
The meats are 10 pounds of pressure.
Yeah, 10 pounds.
But I'm trying to get I took one batch out and now I'm trying to get it heated back up to where I can put my weight back on again. And then I'll have to build the pressure up and then finish it.
I think when you pressure can the meat, the quart jars is 90 minutes. The pint jars are 75 minutes. Anything meat. I don't think it'll cook the vegetables and all that stuff that long. It's probably half that, probably.
Well, I don't know. I ain't looked into all that yet. I just been doing like meals. Like right now I'm doing chicken and vegetables, doing chicken pot pie, beef stew. We did hamburger meat. We did regular chicken by itself. Did bacon by itself.
And we also finally Mylark bags, some 50 pounds of rice. So we got 100 more pounds over there to do.
Well, last night we
Grab
did it.
one of those ones, show them how to turn up.
Ashton got to help with it last night.
Here's what the brick of rice looks like.
We also did sugar last night. What, 20 pounds of sugar?
25 pounds, yeah.
25 pounds of sugar last night.
And this is rice here. And it's literally hard as a rock.
We did that in the new vacuum chamber.
Yeah.
But
That's 6 cups of what? 5 or 6 cups of rice?
some of them are 6, some of them are 5.
Yeah. So this is roughly 5.5 cups of rice right here.
But
In
we
this.
forgot to video
Pretty
that
cool.
too.
1 gallon bag, if they want to know.
And we forgot to video that too.
Yeah. I mean, we already did all that.
Yeah, so it's pointless.
Yeah, we've already showed that thing. So we still got 2 more 50-pound bags over there, and then we got like 80 pounds of pinto beans. After can at 12 pounds of pressure. It's a pain because no gauge weighs jiggles at 12. What are the building codes like where you are? I mean, the codes here in the county, they're real, I guess, they're lax. I guess I mean, they have them, but they're not that bad. As far as building like cabins and stuff like that, you really don't have to pull a permit. But you have to pull a permit for the septic. But other than, say, like cabins or stuff like that, then I was told I didn't have to by the county. When we first got the property, I was building a cabin. And I went to pull the permits just to build it. And they told me I didn't need no type of permits or anything from them because I wasn't pulling power from the pole. But I would have to pull a permit for the septic. And we did do all that. So. I mean, we're not pulling any type of power or any type of utilities from anybody. We make our own. So, so I guess it just really all depends on what you're doing.
Yeah, we've been saying for a couple of weeks we were going to try to get that packaged up.
Glad you're making progress on rice. Yeah. And we got 1 bag of it put up or in a bag.
Got like 2 or 3 more to go.
Yeah.
And a whole bunch of pinto beans.
Yeah. We'll do like 2 pounds of pintos per bag or something like that because that's about all. 2 pounds of pintos beans is about what you put in a crock pot for one meal. So I don't want to put like a 5-gallon bucket of pinto beans in 1 bag because once you open it, you got to constantly use it. I'd rather have like single service bags and then you just
Which
open the
you'll
bag.
eat in a day or 2.
Yeah.
That way you're not having to eat the same thing for a long period of time, at least while you have different varieties.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get down to just that, then you're stuck with just that. Pack everything that doesn't hit the floor.
Yeah.
I know that's right. We spilled quite a bit on the floor, didn't we?
Yeah, Ashton's got a, I guess we'd say bad aim. There's probably 2 cups of rice in the floor.
You were just as bad.
I didn't put none in the bag.
No, but you didn't hold the bag good when I did it.
It's good to have the food in the pipeline. So, yeah. He said, my bad. It ain't like we didn't have 2 more 50-pound bags to replace it. And we get back to Asheville, we're going to go to Sam's Club and get some more. Because that's the only Sam's Club I know of is one in Asheville. I don't even know of another one.
I don't know of another one either.
And we got a membership, so we might as well use it.
Yeah.
There has to be more of them around. I don't know if there's any here.
I don't know. Google it one day.
You have to Google it.
Mm-hmm.
I bet there's not. There may be something out toward Knoxville or something like that, but I doubt there is over here. But you can buy the 50-pound bags of rice there for $24.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't buy the one thing surprising. We buy the pinto beans 20-pound bags.
Walmart.
We buy them in 20-pound bags, and you would think you'd get like a 50-pound bag or something from Sam's Club of them, and you can't.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Or I didn't see them. I looked for them.
Yeah.
So whenever we go to Walmart, we'll grab one or two of the 20 pound. I could eat beans every day. That just be perfectly fine with me.
I'd make chili or something with it and just kind of blend it all together because we'll have tomatoes from the garden canned. We got.
Not me. Ain't messing up my pinto.
You watch me. I'll mess up some of them because I can't eat them by themselves. I'll put some of that hamburger meat in it.
Oh, if it got bad enough, you'd eat them by themselves.
I'll put that hamburger meat in it that I've been canning, and I'll put them tomatoes we've been canning in it.
If the world was to turn to crap, you'd eat pinto beans. You'd eat them by the bucketful.
I had no choice. I probably would.
Good Mexican restaurant just passed it. Yeah, there's a I don't know if you know much about Canton, Betty, but there's a right there at the top of Radio Hill. There's a little Mexican restaurant right there. There's also a little Chinese restaurant there. We like that Chinese
That
restaurant.
Chinese
there,
restaurant's really good.
It's just a little hole in the wall Chinese restaurant. But that's my favorite place to go eat.
Not the Chinese. Oh, yeah, the Chinese. I was going to say, I thought you were going to say Mexican.
Oh no.
Yeah, the Chinese restaurant's your favorite one there.
Yeah. I said beans, give your heart. And make you fart. Yeah. If the world turns to crap and I got all these pinto beans, they just have to deal with a little gas, all I can.
Ashton to come help you eat them.
Where is the Chinese? It's you know where Radio Hill is in Canton? Right at the top of Radio Hill, like you're going into Clyde. If you get top of that hill, there's a McDonald's there.
There's Sonic and
Sonic, and then
McDonald's.
Turn into that plaza right there, where the hardware store is.
I was going to say there's a hardware store.
Yeah, Ace Hardware and
yes, China King.
Yes, that's it.
That's the name of it, Ashton. Thank you.
That's actually my favorite Chinese place to go to. Like I said, it's just a little hole in the wall.
It's my favorite Chinese one too.
Yeah.
We haven't found another Chinese place that we like.
There's a Chinese restaurant in Morristown that
But we didn't like it.
well, not only do we not like it, but they're always like the health inspectors going in there finding like rats running across the food and everything else.
We didn't like the one in Waynesville neither.
I don't hear very fast. My husband said he knew the place. Yeah, it's if you ever get a chance, try it because it's really good. I like that one so. But yeah, we went over there a few times. I actually made over there, but
We went over there during the when COVID and stuff first come out.
yeah, because the one in Canton closed.
But they didn't have the pepper steak or nothing. They had the beef tips and stuff like that. And we liked the pepper steak.
Yeah.
And we liked the chicken and broccoli, and they didn't have neither one over there.
I get the same thing every time I go. Betty said I have to try it.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, like I said, it's just a little hole in the wall, but it's actually very good.
Whenever we're over in that area, we try to go there every once in a while.
Yeah. I get the pepper steak every time I go in there. That's
If you go, though, Betty, you're better off going in. If you're going to do the buffet, you better to go in and sit down, because then you're just charged a flat rate. Where if you do the buffet and you take it to go, they weigh everything. Everything's weighed.
yeah. Yeah. Get more for your money if you just go and sit down and eat. Because you can hit that buffet as many times as you want.
That, and if you get it to go and they do it for you, they package it for you. A lot of times they put a lot of mushrooms and onions and stuff. Where if you do it yourself, you can kind of mix it up where you're not getting more mushrooms and onions than you are meat. You're getting the same amount.
But yeah, that's
I'd like to actually learn how to make the pepper steak. We tried it a couple times and it
yeah, we've tried making pepper steak a few
did
times.
not turn out.
It came out more like beef jerky.
Yep. It was not good. But I would like to try to learn how to make it. But yeah, when we tried, it was a no-go.
And the chicken and broccoli, I think's what it is. What it's called, chicken and broccoli or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't eat the broccoli, but I eat cheese broccoli. But I eat the chicken. It's pretty good.
I ate both, the chicken and the broccoli.
Yeah.
Now, grandson, he'll eat 2-3 plates of that broccoli.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he eat the tops off it and throw the rest of it away. Dang, we lost people quick there. Never was that like 7 or 8. Dropped down 3. Yeah, it's everything's so expensive now. For 2 people over there to go out and
Drinks and everything's like
$32.
$32.70, I think.
Yeah. But Lord, you go to McDonald's and a combo's $10-12 for a daggone combo.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're down to 2.
Yeah, we done lost everybody.
Yeah, ain't nobody want to talk about no Chinese food.
But I've got to go check my pressure canner. Oh, we went back up to 3.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my needles got stuck.
Yeah, but everything's getting ridiculous on prices and stuff like that as far as going out anywhere. But what are you gonna do? We go there as much as we can, though. Every time we're in the area, we try to swing in there. What's Amanda Canning? Honestly, Ashton, I can't tell you. She said it here a minute ago. I think it's chicken pot pie and chicken and something else. She 2 or 3 things. At least we have the option. Yeah, it's true, Betty. At least we can decide on what we do want. I mean, that's a good thing. She's just running back and forth checking the pressure on top of the counter. Because if you don't watch it, it'll either jump way down or jump way up. And if it gets way up, then it'll land down at the bottom of the hill down there somewhere when it goes off like a Roman candle, I guess. But we got that one 50-pound bag of rice and Mylar bags, and that new vacuum sealer. That thing works pretty good. I actually got to see it work last night. Yeah, she'll jump up and run up and check on it every few minutes. Well, you kind of got to. Like I said, that thing will.
Okay.
Things are dangerous if you don't watch them.
I just put the weight on it. I put the weight on it, so we got just a few minutes, and I'll check it again.
Ashton said that thing was neat.
What thing? The vacuum chamber?
Yeah. I was going to show you how to do a jar in there, Ashton, but I forgot. Because if whatever size jar you can get to fit in there, it'll seal the jar too. And I think Betty commented on the video about the jars, or somebody did. It might have been Betty.
It was. We need to do a video on that.
Did the Mylar work? Yeah, the Mylar works really good, Betty. You have me one of those? One of those back up there myself. I don't know if you saw it here just a second ago. Here's the Mylar. See, I don't know. Can't really tell a whole lot about this thing, but see how wide that seal is in it right there? That's a real wide seal. If you seal them kind of close to the top like that, then if you open it to use it, just cut right below that seal. Where these bags here got a place like your tire. Just anyway, keep right below that seal right there. I don't know if right there, just kind of tear it right below it, and then you can reseal it. You can still use the bag. But yeah, it worked really good. We'll have to get us some of those big plastic totes with the lock. Put a lid on it and then lock the sides. I want to get some more of those to put all that in. Because we don't have them in anything. We got them in the cardboard box over there right now. So
we got them in the box that the vacuum thing come out of.
Yeah, the vacuum sealer come in a cardboard box. That's what we got all that crap in. And just be honest, that's the reason we haven't done a lot of it, because we don't have where to put it. We have that other 30-gallon barrel, but I guess we could put it in there. But them barrels are so hard to move around and take up so much room. And they do work good.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it just takes up so much room. If we had like we said, if we had that container or a shed built, then we could stack them barrels up in there and it'd be perfectly fine. But
when it gets not so cold outside, we'll have to start on one.
need to build a building. Yeah, that's what I was just talking about. Actually, need to get it built. You can't put them gallon bags in many of them in a 5-gallon bucket. You could probably get maybe 4 or 5 in a 5-gallon bucket. That'd just be kind of
waste of money.
Well, yeah, it'd be expensive buying buckets.
Yeah.
Well, you could buy, since they're Mylar bags, you could buy just regular old like Home Depot or Lowe's buckets, the cheap ones. Just put a regular old lid on it because they're in Mylar bags anyway. But I'd rather use the food grade buckets. Once you seal that lid, you have to tie that ring around it off to get it open back up. Better to get the black tie. Yeah, anything you want to store food in, you want to make sure that it's black so the sunlight can't get in there.
We dropped down to 3.
Yeah, it was back at 5 a second ago. But make sure all your totes and stuff like that, anything you get like that is black, because you do not want sun getting in on your food like that. And you can store them things basically as long as it's like dry goods, like rice or beans or something like that. You can store that basically anywhere. Wheat, you can store that. You can store it outside if you want, as long as it's in a container, like sealed. Well, when I say outside, I mean like in a Mylar or something like that. You can store it like in a barn, top of a barn or anything. That stuff is good forever, pretty much, as long as it's sealed good. A good seal in the Mylar. You gotta be careful about throwing a bag like rice and stuff like that. You gotta be careful about throwing them bags around because them little pieces of rice will poke on the bag if you're real careful. I mean, it'll take quite a bit to get it poked to that Mylar because Mylar's so thick, but it will do it if you ain't real careful. She said Rural King had them on sale for $6.99.
We'll have to check.
We didn't even look last time I was down there.
Well,
I mean, we didn't even think nothing about it. Back down to 2 now.
Well, we went down to see if they had more canning jars and stuff, but and then we just went over and got chicken feed and we left.
It was in Rural King a few days ago. Oh yeah, you can resell them. You just cut right below the seal, cut it, pour your stuff out of it, and then whatever you're gonna put back in it. Just do the same process with it. Yeah, that Mylar is good for that stuff. You can resell that stuff as many times as you can keep cutting it. You have to cut it shorter and shorter every time, but you can keep reselling it.
Probably put another oxygen absorber in it.
Yeah, you want to replace that, yeah.
Or I would.
We also done 25 pounds of sugar in Mylar last night too.
Yeah. I made a mess with that.
Mm-hmm. Good thing about sugar though, if you put it in Mylar like that, a few years, well, it'll take longer than a few years, but say in 10 years you open it and it's hard as a rock, you can just scrape it or break it up or whatever, and it's still sugar. It's still good.
We need to do some
It'd probably be hard as a rock, but I mean, you can still scrape sugar off it and use it or whatever. It's still usable.
Yeah. We need to do hot chocolate and we need to do coffee.
Yeah. When you do coffee, you want to do instant coffee probably.
Ew. Why not regular?
Well, I mean, if it got bad enough for I have to get into that stuff, how are you going to boil the coffee?
If we have solar, we're going to use our coffee pot.
Yeah, I wouldn't count on that neither.
Boil the water on the wood stove. Get the coffee grounds and pour the water through the coffee grounds into a cup.
It don't work like that. If you had a coffee press or something like that, well, they call them things
No,
French press. You pour the stuff in there and you mash it down.
One of them gray things that the old people have.
The percolator, or whatever it is.
Yeah, you put the water in the bottom and then the coffee ground in the top. And yeah. I don't know what it's called, but I know what I'm talking about.
I don't know if you don't know.
Excuse you.
But see, if you just stored instant coffee, you wouldn't have to go through all that. Just heat your water, pour it in there, and put
It
your
don't
spoon.
taste as good though.
Yeah, coffee's coffee.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it is.
I'll only drink one kind of coffee. I'll stick to hot chocolate.
Well, there you go. Just can extra hot chocolate.
Mm-hmm. You can do the coffee and I'll do the hot chocolate. Because I can't hack that instant.
Don't taste no different to me.
It does to me.
Instant Nescafe, yeah. I was about to say that, actually. Mom and Daddy, they'd buy it stuff by the gallon.
Can't hack it.
Nescafe.
Can't hack it.
Regular roast. It all tastes the same when you put creamer and about 2 or 3 scoops of sugar in it. There you go.
I don't drink much coffee anyhow. Usually I drink hot chocolate anyhow.
I don't either. I don't drink it enough to worry about. I mean, I wouldn't store a lot of it, granted, but had to have a jar I went to the store, yeah. Yeah, they had to buy that stuff every time they went out. That and Mama would buy that self-rising flour for like biscuits and stuff. She'd buy that in a 50-pound bag. That crap was like $9 a jar, yeah. Yeah, it was expensive stuff. She'd buy like 150, 200 pounds of flour at a time.
Well, that Dunkin' Donuts coffee I drink ain't cheap neither.
It's like $9 or $10 for a little bag yet. That's the reason I say we won't be storing a whole lot of that. I can buy 20 pounds of pinto beans for that. You know, I want to try got to have biscuits. Yeah. Yeah. People come from everywhere to eat my mama's biscuits, believe it or not. I mean, I don't know why. I thought they was really good, but everybody loved them.
I gotta check my pressure.
They'd come from everywhere just to get her biscuits. That and gravy, yeah. Yep. Yeah, they was good. I can't even remember how she made them, to be honest with you. I'd like to know. I have to get with my sister and see if she can remember how to biscuits and gravy every morning. Well, we had when we was growing up, it all depends on what time of the month it was. We grew up, like I said, really, really poor. So whatever time they handed the commodities out up there, you go up there and get a box of stuff. But they give you like oatmeal and grits and stuff like that. It was either biscuits and gravy, biscuits and eggs, or you got oatmeal or you got grits. And if you put enough butter and sugar on it, they'd all taste the same. Every now and again, we got like a cereal or something like that. Every now and again.
Speaking of oatmeal, we need an oat press. Yeah, go on. Do you hear me?
Yeah, push that too far. Papa's close, but still not the same, yeah. Yeah, Daddy got to where he's pretty good at it. Yeah, she said we need to find us a roller for oatmeal to roll whole oats and stuff. Because if you store, I don't know how long like oatmeal will store for. It's called a roller, right?
Yeah.
Oat roller.
Yeah, we need an oat roller. We got oats, but we don't have the roller.
I mean, I've been doing a lot of research on storing oats because I want to store some of those too. But you can store the whole oats or you can store the oatmeal. But I don't think once the whole oat is rolled into oatmeal, I don't think it stores as long is the thing. But the whole oats will store just as long as wheat, as long as you keep it sealed good and put up.
But we need a roller in case something happens so we can roll it out as we need it.
Yeah, they got a little thing that you pour it in there and just roll it, and it makes flattens it out and makes oatmeal out of it. But we can't find one. To be honest, we don't know what to call it. Oat roller or whatever. You can't find them online. Fried bologna in the gravy. Oof. Yeah, you was living rough, Betty.
Daddy used to grind his bologna and make.
Yeah, her daddy made some kind of.
He ground it up into like tuna fish.
Yeah, just straight up looked like you just had diarrhea and blowed it in a jar. Is what it looked like.
Well, it was ground bologna. You make it. It grinds it into like tuna fish, and you add.
I know what it was.
You add the mayonnaise and pickles and whatever you want in it, and I liked it.
He used it for like potted meat or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, you make a sandwich or something like that, or he dipped potato chip and stuff in it. And that, I tell you what, that was
I
nice.
liked it.
Yeah. No, me. It looked just like you had the scours and you tried to catch as much as you could in a quart jar and cap it back up.
About a few pinto beans.
Oh no, it didn't look nothing like no pinto bean. It's pretty rough looking.
If you got hungry enough, you'd eat bologna ground up.
Yeah, I'm gonna use it for something, Ashton. Yeah, I'll use it for something for sure. But fried bologna and gravy, I mean, honestly, that don't even sound good. Fried bologna, I've ate a lot of that. But putting it in gravy on.
I like fried bologna.
Yeah, my daddy got to where he cooked a whole lot of fried bologna. He had fried bologna sandwiches. You take a piece of bologna, you make 3 slices in it, and you fry it and flip it over, put it on a sandwich.
Daddy used to make that too. And I like it.
I'm not quite sure what the 3 slices was all about, but
Daddy didn't slice his, he just kind of cooked it.
well, if you don't slice it, it'll like
Bubble in the middle.
yeah, like be goofy looking.
Yeah, Ashton brought us some glass to be able to work on something.
Cut up squares and put it in gravy. Yeah, I'm just trying to. In my head, I'm trying to picture what fried bologna would taste like in regular gravy, but I just can't.
Don't take it personal, Betty. He won't eat sausage or nothing in gravy. He don't eat nothing in gravy.
Yeah. Well, I don't even like sausage, to be honest with you. I just don't like it.
That's right, Ashton. One man's trash is another man's treasure. We'll use it on something.
Yeah. Oh, I'll definitely put it on something.
Oh, yeah.
Delicious on biscuits. What are you talking about? The fried bologna and gravy is delicious on biscuits? We might try that one day to see what it looks like. I'm not a. Yeah, she said, yeah. Now, the gravy and biscuits, yeah, I could eat that. But fried bologna, now, I don't know about all that.
Hey.
Old lemon squeezing in.
How are ya?
Just squeezing in. Tomato biscuits, there you go, yep.
Them are good, too.
Yep.
I'm hoping as stuff goes south, we got enough tomato plants or tomato seeds to do
Oh, yeah, we got
tomato biscuits all the time. We got a lot. We got what?
I've got heirloom packs of seeds.
Oh, I know we got lots and lots and lots.
I've got what's called seed vaults.
Oh, I know.
I got enough tomato seeds to grow us a whole mountain of tomatoes.
That's what I want.
With some Dukes, yeah. Hey, I tell you what, if you get like a warm biscuit and put a slice of tomato on it, mayonnaise and salt, psh, yeah, that's some good stuff right there. With some Dukes, he said. How you doing, Lemon? She said she's good. How's everyone? We're doing good.
Yeah, we're doing good.
Yeah.
Talking about food because I'm pressure canning and it started the subject and
The lemon in the house. Now, I've been threatening to make pinto beans for like every time we get on here.
Mm-hmm.
We never did look to see if we had like a 2-pound bag.
We do.
Do we?
The little bags, yeah.
Mm-hmm. We'll have to break some out, I guess.
Gotta clean the crock pot first. I got stew in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had some of that beef stew today. You can make anything taste good in a crock pot.
I put it on last night and let it cook all night and all day.
Hey, believe it or not, I made some 2 nights ago. Yeah, the beef stew. Cook some of those pintos. I like to. I've been threatening to do it, but every time I like get up from the computer, I completely forget. That comes with getting older. I can't remember nothing.
Even Jordan said you got him craving pintos.
Yeah. Went to grind some of that corn and make some cornbread, I reckon.
We need to grind some pintos and see what it does.
It makes refried beans. You know how to do that?
Oh, yeah. Not pintos. What was we going to grind? It wasn't pintos.
And oats.
Oh, we were going to grind the oats,
Yeah.
for like oatmeal and stuff.
You can't make oatmeal out of it, turn it into flour. You can make paste out of it.
Mm-hmm.
We make glue out of it, like I used to do flour. Put a little water in it. You stick it on there and make glue out of it.
Be all right.
Got to catch it on cam, he said.
What, the pinto beans or the...
Probably. Yeah, we buy our pintos in bulk
Mm-hmm.
and forget to cook them.
Well, we vacuum seal them all and then package it.
She said, can up some pintos for fast food. That is a very good idea. Here's how we buy our pintos right here.
I gotta go check my can.
That's how we buy our pintos. That's 20 pounds. But yeah, honestly, Betty, I've not even thought about that. That would be a good idea. Do like I guess you do a quart of them at a time. I have to research that. See how long we have to put them in there for.
Time to start my hour and a half.
Then we'll have to research it a little bit and see how long it takes we'll take the pressure can and thing. She said, can some of them for fast food.
Oh, yeah.
We have a bunch of like the cans, the pintos already cooked in a can, the metal cans. We have a bunch of that.
Okay, I just started the timer. Hour and a half.
Yeah, I'd say you could actually. You probably can about anything, as long as you keep it.
Yeah, you can do pinto beans. You can do northern beans. You can.
I like keeping them in. Doesn't take a cup of beans to make a quart of thing. Yeah, that is true. I like keeping all the beans, rice, oats, corn, stuff like that. I like keeping that in like the
whole form.
Yeah, like the uncooked form, because it'll store for the rest of our natural life like that. Our grandkids will still be looking at it when they're our age. So
And it won't be that hard to cook. You can do it out in the yard over a fire, or you can do it on the wood stove, or.
Yeah. I want to take my wood stove out and take it to a metal shop and have it kind of fabricated. I want to have like an oven type thing built onto the back of it.
You hear that, Ashton? You remember how many of y'all it took to put it in here?
Yeah, it took four or five of us putting it in here. It'll take more than that if I have that oven put on back up, because it'll be that much
I
more
know.
heavy. But I want it to where the smoke comes around the box, like not in it, but like have a chamber around the oven part of it.
Yeah.
I want it to have a door that kind of seals with a rack in there that you pull out like a regular oven. I want to build my own version of a wood cook stove, basically. Quick future planning sounded like too much. How much work? Cold weather has me craving chili. Yeah, we had that stew. That was pretty good.
Yeah. I did goulash the other night.
Yeah, I don't much care for that stuff.
If it got bad enough, you'd eat it too.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I didn't say I wouldn't eat it. I just said I didn't much care for it. It gets bad enough, I'd eat that dog.
Leave my dog alone.
That's too much like Hard. He's spoken like a young man. Been cold and storming our way. Yeah, it's cold here too. I don't even know what it's supposed to get down to tonight, as far as the temperature goes. Let's see if I can find out.
Between the pressure canner and the stove, we got it kind of toasty in here.
I want to see what the temperature's supposed to get down to.
32? No.
Supposed to get down to 31. It's 32 degrees now. It's supposed to get down to 31. So, but I think it's supposed to get down.
There.
For the rest of the week, it's going to be in the 20s. And Tuesday of next week, it's going to be 12. Wednesday's going to be 9.
Well, I was going to say in Waynesville, I think they said it was going to be Wednesday was going to be 11.
So it's going to start getting cold.
Yes, it is.
I start keeping an eye on that, on the water line and stuff.
What happened to the timer?
Make sure our water lines don't get all busted up. I mean, so far they haven't, but we'll see. Yeah, same way here, Lemon. It's a mud hole and cold. But the best thing about it is the mud will freeze overnight, so you can get in and out pretty easy.
Yeah, you were supposed to have someone bring gravel, what, yesterday?
Yesterday, but they canceled because of the storm.
Mm-hmm.
He said he'd be here next week with it. Which, I mean, I wouldn't want them to come in here with them big trucks and the mud like anyway. When I have baby goats on cold. That's normally when they come, but is when it's the coldest. For some odd reason. But if you get them big trucks in here on that gravel like that and the road muddy, it'll tie your road all to pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's about all you got. Just enough to turn the porch white.
Mm-hmm.
But the roads in Winesville, where the houses are, they was solid white and had ice on them. Actually, most of them had solid ice on them. I don't like cold weather.
Me neither.
Not much care for the hot weather.
Rather have hot than cold.
Sometimes. I can work up here in the cold weather. I can't function too good when I'm about to die of heat stroke.
I don't know why it says we lose people and then a couple minutes later they come right back.
Yeah, I don't know about that, how that works on the counter thing here. I really don't know. Because that's...
Yeah, fall's nice.
Yeah, fall, yeah.
In spring.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ashton said you got to take one for the team and pick Daisy Dukes or a Bigfoot suit. And
That's what he said last time you were on this.
He said he'll wear one with you, and please don't pick the Daisy Dukes. That's what he said.
She said, "Where's they are?" I don't know. I haven't seen him on here yet.
He's gonna wear Daisy Dukes and I'll wear the
Yeah.
other costume.
Hey, Ashton.
Mhm.
Gordon said if you wear the Daisy Dukes, he'll wear the Bigfoot suit.
Yeah.
That's a fair trade.
Yeah.
He said that's a fair trade.
Even Smooth.
He said no,
Well, actually, he said Joe.
J-O.
I'm sure he meant no.
He
Yeah, I'm assuming.
said, "Grandma
he
dropped the kids off yesterday at school. 5 minutes later, they said, "Mom."
I know Jordan wants to see me in Dukes. Laugh out loud.
Oh, fucking Lord.
Well, I'll tell you right now, Ashton.
It'd be pretty funny to see.
It'd be pretty fun to see, and you'd be online, buddy.
Yep.
I'd go live on Facebook. That would have to go. I'd go viral.
That'd get us our viewers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the bathroom.
No.
I'm
He said
16.
it's a pretty sight. These legs aren't free. Jordan walked out on that one. No, I don't, son. Do you?
What? I don't. Chris, do you?
No, I'm good, bud. Thank you.
I texted you the other night and asked you that, but I never got in the shower.
Yeah.
I was going through another.
Lemon Squeeze laughing at us.
Mhm. Which reminds me, I also need to change that the bathtub fixture.
Oh yeah, I gotta go check my pressure and make sure it stayed where I wanted it to.
I replaced the bathtub fixture one time where the knobs are and the spigot that comes out. And the spigot part of it actually just shot off of it. It broke. It was a cheap one. I went and bought another one. I need to replace that. It's just hard to get to because that right behind the bathtub in there, and there's a closet, and that's where the pump is, the water pump and the pressure tank and all that is in there. I got it stuck in there so it ain't out in the cold weather. So I got to kind of work all around all that old crap.
You okay, bud? Love you.
Maybe put a picture of a leg on it.
Mm-hmm. You got my pressure where I need it.
10.
Mm-hmm. If it don't go up or down no more.
Yeah, it probably will.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta watch it, especially on a stove like that.
Yeah.
Especially get crazy with it. Yeah, I got a ton of stuff I can do inside the house while it's cold. I gotta have some more of that beadboard cut because I've got to go around to finish the living room and the kitchen out, and then I can finish staining all the trim and take all the blue tape off the wall, and then we can paint the white.
Yeah, we gotta do the bathroom and the bedrooms.
Mm-hmm. But this bedroom, we got to take everything out.
This one's gonna be rough.
I
There's
gotta
too
take
much
everything
stuff
out
in it.
and all my tools and everything like that. That's the reason I'm kind of putting this room off because
It'll be last.
because all my tools and stuff. You get that shed built and then we can just
I was gonna say it'll be after we build the shed.
yeah. We need to measure where the trailer's at to see what kind of size building we can put there. Y'all going to work on your house pretty soon? Yeah. Which one, Ashton? But you need to measure down there where my trailer is to see what kind of building we can put in there.
Yeah. I think he's talking about the addition here.
Yeah. You talking about the addition we're talking about building? Kind of want to wait till. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna. I'm kind of putting it off because it's that time of year. No, the inside. Oh yeah, the inside of it. Yeah, I need to finish putting the beadboard up on the walls and doing all the trim and then the flooring. I haven't finished putting the flooring down because I don't want to put it.
First.
Yeah, I don't want to put it down and paint and all that stuff. So we need to get that done. We'll probably do the our bedroom next. Go ahead and get it. We got to take everything out and then do the walls, paint it.
We got to do the hallway too, though. But you got to move all them batteries again.
I'm going to. I think in our bedroom and in the bathroom, I'm going to do the tongue and groove ceiling in it.
Got to do that bathroom pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
Killer once in your lap.
Yeah, I need to do. I'm gonna try to buy some time with the roof. Me and Jordan's gonna put the cool seal on the roof and basically the liquid tire, whatever you want to call it.
Come on.
And try to buy another year or two out of the roof.
Come on.
But if I build onto it, it won't take me a year or two because I have to frame over the trailer and the new addition. I'm gonna do a roof over the whole thing, one solid roof, instead of doing that one and then adding on. Because I want, like I said before, I want it to kind of look as cabin-y as I can get it. Yeah, it is kind of expensive, Ashton, but it's
Mm-hmm. Oh, when we did the house in Waynesville, we found it somewhere cheaper.
Yeah, that's the reason I haven't finished the house in Waynesville, is because I was buying that stuff for $3 a board. In Franklin, I'd go to Franklin and get 100, 150, 200 boards at a time.
Yeah, and then they went out of business.
And then they went out of business and pretty much ain't messed with it since. So, but I want to do that. Kind of change it up a little bit in the rooms, kind of break it up a little bit. Everything takes time and money. Yeah, yes,
Yep.
baby, that's for sure. We've been working on it for a long time and ain't even knocked a dent in it. So
Right.
it just tickles me to be able to go out and buy the faucet, the bathtub faucet set and all that stuff. That just tickles me to be able to buy that. And I'm thinking the faucet itself is like $129, something like it.
Mm-hmm.
The bathtub spigot's what you want to call it. Like $129, something like that for that thing.
Right.
Honestly, I ain't looked on Marketplace for like tongue and groove boards or anything like that, Ashton. I know there's a place in Morristown that sells the boards for $6 a piece. I mean, that's probably the route we're gonna have to go, because we won't have to buy 200 at a time that way. But just have to measure it and see how many it take to do the ceiling. What do you mean, Lemon? To the inside of the house or just the whole mountain? Oh Lord, I got all kinds of plans. Just
Oh yeah, me too.
inside, yeah. We're doing. I don't know if you went back and seen some of the videos, but around the walls, I'm doing. I want to call it. They call it wainscoting or something like that. I can't remember the exact name of it, but it's like the bead board goes up 32 inches, and then you put a trim board across the top of it, and then it's drywall behind it. I'm doing that through the whole house, and if you see the kitchen, I put that bead board up like it's backsplash. We put it up, but we went over it like 5 or 6 times with that polyurethane to make it real waterproof, and it works really good for backsplash. So we're just kind of changing it up as much as we can. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it too, Ashton. And then the one that goes through the center, I'm gonna basically put like maybe like a 1x8 or 1x10 on it, and then I'm gonna leave the drywall in the living room and the kitchen on the ceiling, but I'm gonna do wood strips instead of the little plastic white things.
Hey, Southern Ohio. Yeah, it's in a recent video, Lemon Squeeze.
Yeah, hey Southern, how you doing, bud? Yeah, a recent video. Yeah, but all if you look on her cooking videos in the kitchen, you'll see the backsplash behind the zinc and the stove and all that stuff. We did that. That's the bead board I'm talking about using. We're going to use a lot of that inside the house. That and the drywall on the walls and the ceiling and stuff like that we're going to leave, but I'm going to trim it all out in wood and stain it. Also, if you look on some of our videos, I still have the blue painter's tape around a bunch of it. I'm going back and restaining it, and then I'll take that off and then put the tape on the wood and repaint the walls. And we already have all the paint and everything. We just got to get the beadboard. Yeah.
Says Dane finally back. Sorry, been busy. You guys are awesome.
Yeah. Thank you, Southern.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. In a mobile home, if you notice, the electrical boxes and stuff inside a mobile home, they're not fixed to a stud per se. They're just like they just cut a hole in the drywall and jam it in there, and then when they tighten it up, it's got them little things that kind of like flip out on it like that to hold it into the drywall. I'm changing that. There's one reason I'm putting the wood up. I'm fixing them like they're supposed to be, to a stud, making everything more better, I guess is the best way to put it.
More better.
Or what I presume to be better.
That's how ours is.
Yeah. Yeah, stuff. The way they do it, I mean, it's fine, I guess, but I mean, you pay $50,000-$60,000 for a mobile home, and they don't even attach stuff. The wires are just thrown across, everything else. So.
Just throw them together.
Yeah, I mean, if you drop the drywall out of the ceiling and off the walls and stuff, you see that wiring in there just a gobbled up mess. More better. My wife makes fun of me for saying it's more better. That's right.
I do him too.
Yeah, that's a Southern slang. But that's the reason I'm putting the wood around the bottom too, is basically so I can cut a hole in the drywall and fix that like it's supposed to be. And I'm also changing all the receptacles out, the outlets, because again, the mobile homes, they use an outlet. They just take it and basically just lay the wire in there. The outlet's here, and they just lay the wire in there, and it's got a thing that clamps on that wire, and it kind of cuts into the wire. It's not even really fixed to it. It's just, I'm pretty sure Southern knows what I'm talking about, but it's just a real simple way. Just run a wire and just clamp onto it, and you got a outlet.
Yeah, they do, Ashton.
Yeah, especially like the light switches and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They'll always, like drywall break around those or something like that, and they'll fall out and just be hanging out. And some of the videos you see, the one at the back door, they're hanging out. But I took those out. I pulled those out because I'm going to make a piece of wood and trim big enough to put the light switches in. I'll just have to show it. But I got it all pictured up here.
I'll have to check that in another couple minutes. My pressure went up to like 12 pounds.
Yeah, that's fine. As long as it's in between 10 and 15, it's fine.
Okay.
It don't have to be right on 10.
I turned it down a little bit.
I wouldn't let it get up too far above 15, though.
Right.
But I want to get some of this stuff done inside the house while it's cold. But I really, really, really need to find out if they're going to bring that shipping container up here or not. If they're not, then I'm going to start building that shed. I'll probably start building that shed like soon.
We need to, so we can start packaging more of this up and build some shelves and get some of that on the shelf.
$1 million pictures for $1 million videos.
Right.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I'm going to find out. Hopefully this week I'm going to find out if they're going to bring that container up here or not. And if they're not, this weekend I'm going to start buying lumber to start framing up that shed.
Come on down and help, Ashton.
Yeah, Ashton.
Bring some helpers with you.
Yeah. So just over this weekend I can have the floor done. Like framed and sheeted, and then start standing walls up when we can.
Yeah.
Because really not gonna be no windows or nothing in it. It'll just be a shed. And we'll build double doors for the front of it, open up.
Yeah. And then just shelves and stuff to put food in, buckets in, water and.
Well, I'll frame in like what's this, 8x12? This will basically be about the same size of the room that I'm gonna use. I'm gonna build it 12x24, so it'll be a little bit bigger than this. Well, it'll be about this long, about this wide actually. The room that I'm gonna off to the end of the building and just put shelves all in it, and that way you can store food all in it. Or not food, but like the buckets,
Mm-hmm.
It'll work out pretty good, but it'll be about this size right here, yeah. which with shelves and stuff in it. But eventually, I'll run a power line down there, and we could actually put a freezer in if we ever wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "I'll pencil you in on schedule. You really might come down." Yeah,
Okay.
right. I believe it when I see you come up the hill.
You could always ride down with us if you wanted.
Mm-hmm. The batteries are actually on sale.
Because I'll be up there Friday.
You know,
The what?
the batteries are on sale.
Are they?
Mm-hmm.
How much are they?
They went down. I can get them. Well, they're like $1,100, but I can get them for the what do you call them? Anyway, $1,000 a piece. I need 4.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if I get the rest of the batteries in the cabinets, then I wouldn't care to build a shed and then run a power down there to it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't care to do that. Like maybe put a freezer or something in it then, but
You just wait. I come in and bring in the dukes.
yeah, I got the camera out. That camera's always out, Ashton. There's cameras all over this mountain, and I get still shots. I get videos. So you're going to be famous, young man. Hopefully, sometime this year, like we were just talking about, we'll be able to add to the solar system a little bit more too. So we've had to run the generator more this year. We don't run it a lot, but we've run it more this year than we ever have in 10 years. But we don't run it a lot. At that, we run it once a week.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes not that. Not even once a week, but
Yeah, it just all depends on what the weather's like. We average once a week.
yeah.
And if they get really low, then for a day and a half or something. Yeah, no, I haven't replaced them yet. And I'll tell you why, is because we plan on building onto the back of the trailer, making basically a double wide out of it. And then I'll worry about that. But this one here don't have but 1, 2, 3, 4 windows. And that's it.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see, because there was 2 in the living room, and I took that one out and put a chimney there. See, bedroom, living room, kitchen, bedroom. So we've only got 4 windows.
4 windows.
And then when I build onto it, one of those will be non-existent, so I'll have to put more on up there anyway. So,
mm-hmm. But where he's saying it leaks, our bathroom did start leaking.
Well, that's the reason I say I'm gonna put the cool seal on it. If like mobile home roofs, the seams where they roll the roof on there and they hook it together and seam it like that. You know how it kind of leaks around there after a while. We got a seam somewhere that's dripping a little bit. So
he says we love your solar videos.
Yeah.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But I'm not really concerned about that because where it's leaking, I got to fix anyway. I don't want it to continue leaking. Don't get me wrong, but I'm gonna tire that out and replace it with a tongue and groove. I'd kind of like to get the addition built on before I go through all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it may be the vent, Ashton. There's a vent, in the bathroom. You got the exhaust vent up the roof. It may be leaking around that. It don't leak a lot. It just, like if it rains really, really hard, you'll see that it drips just a little bit. But yeah, that's it. Southern, that's funny you should say that. That's the very reason this mobile home's sitting here, is because lumber prices.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, back when we first started this again about 4 months ago, we initially started building a cabin, and I got the floor all framed up, and lumber prices went through the roof, so all that got tore back down, and we bought this.
Yep. And actually, the chicken barn is where the cabin was gonna be at.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right where we built the chicken barn. That's exactly where I had it framed up at. That's exactly why this trailer is sitting here, is because the lumber prices jumped so high. Because I had to floor the whole flooring system framed up. I just never sheeted it because I was going to use the rough cut 1x whatever's and put down on it because I was wanting a rustic type cabin when I build it. I was going to do all like batten board siding on it, the whole nine, because there's a lumber yard that's not too far from here. You can buy, I don't remember what it's even called now. It's been so long back, but it's 4 foot wide and 4 foot tall, and ever how long the lengths they put in there of lumber, like 1x6s, 1x8s, 10s, 12s, all in the same pile, and you get one bundle of it, and it was like $200. And I was going to buy a bunch of that stuff and just build the whole cabin out of it. But I mean, we're happy with what we have. It's perfect for us, so for our family. I mean, I think so. Especially after we kind of add on to it a little bit and everything like that. But I've been threatening to do that for a long time. I just haven't done it yet. Money and time is a problem. So hopefully this year we will be able to
do more.
At least get the addition right in.
Yeah, but we got to get that that room to put some of this food in first.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's going to be when we build the addition onto the trailer. It is going to be a pantry room and
another bedroom,
an area for the solar, like a solar type room, and another bedroom, a bigger bedroom. That's the only downfall about the mobile home is the bedrooms aren't that big. But I mean, like I said, they're perfect for us. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, the trailers, the living space ain't but 48 feet long. It's 14 by, I think it's considered to be a 52-foot mobile home, tongue and all. But the living space is just 48 feet. Really, it's not even that because you got the width of your walls, so it takes off the 48 feet. From outside in to outside in, not including the tongue, is exactly 48 feet. And it's 14 feet wide.
Got exactly another hour on my canner.
Average 16 by 8. Yeah, they would never got a 80 footer in here because I was thinking, I want at least one of the big ones, like an 80 footer, but they would have never got that in here. But the as far as the electric furnace goes, I gutted all that out of here, and that's exactly where I put the water heater. In a mobile home in the hallway is where your furnace is. I tore all that out, and I put a hybrid water heater in that spot. And then right beside that, I see when you go in the back door is where the batteries and the solar's at, right there.
Washer and dryer.
That's where the washer and dryer is supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna change that. I don't know if we're gonna put the washer and dryer there in the new addition we're gonna build. If we put it in the new addition right there, I'll just put some type of closet of some sort right there for more storage. Yeah, mini split was, but it was one of the cheap ones off eBay. I think I gave like $600 for it. It was 18K, but man, that thing sucks the power. It absolutely sucks the power. But believe it or not, the coffee maker sucks more power than the mini split. Mm-hmm. Absolutely, yeah. And our hot water heater only uses 800 watts. That mini split, it's rough. It's rough on power.
Mm-hmm.
It uses maybe, when you're heating with it, like 1800 watts. But that coffee maker, it has to use at least 2,000 at least.
We'll have to check that one day.
Yeah, I'll have to plug it up and see how many it does use. Because I mean, that thing sucks to power. You turn that coffee pot on, and the daggone fans on the inverter kick on. And it's just a little cheap coffee pot from Walmart, ain't it? One of them little regular old coffee pot.
Can't remember if I got it from Walmart or the dollar store.
One of the two. I mean, it's the mini split. I mean, but yeah, it does work good. But I don't know. It's probably just a heating element in Dyson. It's old school technology, and it's got the old coil heaters in it. It takes so much power. I don't know if I'm gonna keep the mini split that we have, because you can go to Signature Solar and they have like the higher the SEER rating on a mini split is the more efficient it is, and they got some that's way up there, 28 and 30 SEERs, and I probably wouldn't use 400 watts if that. So I mean, it's a little more expensive to do. It's like $1,800, $1,900 to get one, but I mean, as far as using your power, that's the way to go. But I mean, for now and in the near future, this one's perfectly fine. We use the heater on it, like if the fire goes out of a night and we get up the next morning, it's cold in the house, which in all honesty, it really ain't. It stays so hot in here overnight. You get up the next morning, it's still hot.
Or if we leave and we're gone all day and the fire goes out.
Yeah, or we leave and we go to work and come back and stay gone for 2 days and go back and it's cold in the house, I'll turn it on and knock the chill out. But in 15, 20 minutes, the chill's knocked out of the house. It's already 75, 78 degrees. Yeah, there's a way actually that you can do it. I'll have to research it again, but you close one of the valves and you kick it on, and it'll pull all the Freon back into the outside unit. And then once it gets it all back in there, then you shut it off and it stores it in it just like it was when you bought it. Well, that's what they said on here. I've been watching videos on how to not lose the Freon out of it, because I got to move the outside unit whenever we add on. I'll have to move it. I have to get another extension for the line set too. Which, I mean, I don't care about all that. I'll do all that. I don't care about it, but I'll extend the line set out 12, 14 more feet, whatever it is. I guess what I'm dreading the most as far as building on the house is tearing that back porch down.
Yeah.
I love to build stuff, but I hate tearing stuff down. I absolutely hate it.
Because you put all that money into it, or we put all that money into it, and then
we've got
tear it back down.
We've probably got $3,000 in that back porch.
Yeah.
And it's just a small porch. That front porch, we've probably got $7,000 in there.
If not more.
And it's just basic. I mean, nothing fancy about it. I just basically framed it up.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we're going to have to tear it down to build on, because I'm not building on an 8-foot addition.
No, it's got to be bigger than that.
I mean, I wouldn't even waste my time doing that. I got that 1K in screws. Yeah, probably so, Ashton. Yeah, probably every bit of it. Especially when the baby's here. He's got like 14 or 15 in his hand and about half a box in the yard. And what he don't have in his hand, he's got hooked to my drill, screwing them into the side of the house somewhere.
He likes to help.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be a builder.
No, he ain't going to be a builder. He's not going to do anything that, like, get you dirty. Which is a good thing. I mean, if he can work with his mind, not his hands, that'd be great. And that's what he's going to do.
Well, he don't like to get dirty now, but he might later.
Mm-mm. No, he ain't never going to like it. That's why the roof leaks. Yeah, probably so, Ash. Yeah, he don't like, that baby don't even like getting his hands. If he gets his hands dirty, he stops. It's time to wash his hands. Or if he gets mud on his shoes, he'll cry till you wash that mud off his shoes. So no, he ain't gonna. He's gonna be a little preppy thing. Which, I mean, like I said, is good, because that'll get him to work with his mind. He freaks out if he gets dirty.
Yeah, make a good doctor.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that is kind of what I see him doing, like computer related or in a field such as that one. That's what I see him doing. Doing something with his mind. Because that boy is, I mean, he is absolutely as smart as a whip. To be 2 years old, he's as smart as a 5 or 6 year old kid. He's way above his time. He's way above his means as far as like smart, I guess.
They're all smart though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I see Augie playing some type of sport. Get me a strong back. Yeah, I hear you. I see Augie doing some type of sport because he loves stuff like that. Like playing with footballs, baseballs, and basketballs. Anything to do with any type of sport like that, he absolutely loves it. So
Yeah.
And I ain't saying Caden won't do something like that, but once he gets dirty, he's out. He gets his uniform dirty, ain't having it. He's gonna be the one. He's gonna be like the. I ain't gonna call him an instigator, but pretty much he's gonna be the one like thinks of something devious to do, and he'll put Augie up to do it. That's why that's gonna work out. He'll be like the mastermind behind it. Well, he gave me a strong back too, Ashton, till I broke it.
Yeah, at that plant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he. As far as getting him into something like that, he would have a ball. But like I said, the minute like he fell and got muddy or got mud on his shoes, that's a wrap. He's done. Now Augie would absolutely get into stuff like that, like T-balls, what saying stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Augie loved that stuff. Well, Caden would too. I'm not saying he wouldn't, but I'm just saying that he'd love it up until the point he got dirty or muddy. And that'd be the end of the ball game right there for him, anyway. Yeah, I mean, they don't tell him what he'll get into when he gets a little older, though. I mean, he may change. I don't see him changing that much as far as that goes, but he may change a little bit. All kids change some.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when he gets big enough to ride his bike down the road or something, by himself or something,
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll see. I just don't see it.
But he likes bikes and stuff, so he might like dirt biking and
Something like motorcycle racing, something like that. Maybe I can see him do stuff like that. Where are you gonna put those solar panels?
up on the chicken hut.
Up on the chicken barn, Ashton. I'm gonna I want to put the 8 that's up our now beside the chicken barn. I want to take those and put them on. That's the reason I built that porch basically onto the chicken barn. The porch, the lean off roof. That's the reason I put that there, is to put all those on there. The 8, but the 4's on the back porch. I'll probably put them on the back side of the chicken barn on the roof, because of a morning there's pretty good sun hits that back side. So that's kind of what I'm wanting to do.
We need to move them once so we can do that grow area too.
Yeah. Yeah, there's tons of stuff that we can do here now. It's just I don't want to put the solar panels on that extended roof until I paint it. I want to paint it because it's all used metal, and I want to paint it, and the old nail holes, I want to go back and silicone those up. Which, I mean, like I said, you don't have to, but I want to, because we're going to put the firewood under there and the lawnmowers under there. We're going to take the wood splitter and put it under there. No, it don't, Ashton. It in the summertime, yeah, absolutely. Them batteries are charged by noon. if you run them down to 60% overnight, which I've never have, but from 100 to 60, I never have done that because it just doesn't use up much power. But just general using them, say like if they're 100% when the sun goes down, the next morning they're probably 85%.
I was going to say about 75, 80. I mean 80, 85.
Yeah, it all depends on what you run that night.
Mhm.
Just figure 80%. All right, and then if it's in the summertime, those batteries would be charged back up by 10 or 11 o'clock. 100%, and the rest of the day you run off solar. So,
Mhm.
but now in the wintertime, it's a little different.
They get down to like 75, 80.
Here goes this conspiracy theorist thing here again. But every year I've noticed that if you're looking at that barn in the wintertime, the sun, in the summer it's here, the sun is like directly over it, but in the wintertime it's always over here. All right, but now it's got to where it's getting further and further over. And I know it sounds weird, but I do kind of pay attention to stuff like that. I've never seen it. Well, in 10 years that we've had this property, I've never seen it that far over and that low. During the day now. So anyway, with all that being said, that's the reason I want to put the roof over the trailer here, and because I'm going to add more panels on top of the trailer, and the other end of the trailer on the roof. I'm going to put 12 on the back and 12 on the front. And that's just for wintertime. I have the summertime taken care of. I'm not worried. It's, once spring gets here, we're 3 months out of the year is what I need to build for. Because the rest of the time, these batteries are charged before noon. Just all the way to 100% before noon every day. Of course, unless there's like really bad storms or something like that. But my plan is to add more panels to the top of the house on that end, because the sun is always hitting that. Even in the winter, the sun hits that end of the house. Yeah, because solar power, yeah. You'd be surprised how much you get into solar and stuff like that. You'd be surprised how much you pay attention to it, like where the sun is and how it sets and rises and all that crap. None of our panels are perfect angles or anything like that, but I mean they work and they work good. But I'll tell you, that's not even joking. I've noticed that the sun is getting further and further over and lower in the wintertime. And as I said before, I've never seen it this far over and down in 10 years we've had this property. I've never seen it, where it is right now. It's just it keeps getting further and further. It's almost like we're going to lose a lot of people watching our channel now, but it's almost like a pole type shift. Basically, is the way I see it. But that's exactly what I just said. Say our poles are shifting, and like if you pay attention to stuff like that, like I'm just kind of a nerd when it comes to solar. I enjoy messing with it, and I pay attention to stuff like that. And I can tell, for me myself, a lot of people gonna think I'm a damn nut, but I can tell that they are. I can tell that there's a difference. There's a big difference between now and 10 years ago. There's a big difference. That's probably going to cost us all our subscribers right there with the conspiracy theorist little rant there, but yeah, well. But once I get the other panels on the other end of the house, I'm going to put, like I said, I'm going to put 12 on the back and 12 on the front, and that's all I'm going to do. I mean, then we'll have 36, 4. We'll have 60 solar panels, 250 watt panels up. Right now, there's 36 solar panels in operation here. 36 250 watt panels. I started a conspiracy. Yeah, you started actually. But anytime you build a solar system, you always build it for winter. Because if you can get your batteries charged in wintertime, you you have absolutely zero issues in the summer. I could have put, I mean, in all honesty, I probably wouldn't have to buy any more solar panels. I could just move the ones I have to on the back of the house, back where I was talking about. But I don't want to move them, and I don't want to put any on there until I get the roof over built. Once I get that built, then I don't care about moving them. But I don't want to take the ones I have down again and again and again. I'll just leave them because I can get them for, $30, $40 a piece. Do I want 60 panels? No, not really. But if it takes 100, I'd get them eventually, This is like I'll buy 12 more and put them on the back or the front, whichever. Most likely the back. And then when I get the money, I'll buy 12 more. I'll probably get them at the, I done a video on that store in Knoxville. I'll probably go there and get those because he'll sell them for cheap. They're the same panels, just a silver frame. I don't much care about the silver frame, but I'll take what I can get, I guess. When you can get them for $50 as opposed to $300 and $400 a piece, I might have some of the big 600 watt panels, but them things are $300, $400, $500 a piece. That's the only thing about building like a low budget stuff, like solar panel stuff like that. It's low budget to buy one, but you got to buy a lot of them is the problem. But you can buy them here and there. You don't got to buy them all at one time. You don't have to do all that. I found the new charge controller I have in there. That's the charge controller. I'm gonna buy 2 more of those actually, because you can run 12 panels into one of them, and one series string, and which puts you right at 450, 480 watts. Or volts. I'm sorry, volts. I don't know why I said watts. So once you get those, I'll run 12 in one string and 12 in another string, and each string in a separate charge controllers. And my plan for the solar is to do that, what I just talked about, and then add 4 more batteries. And then, maybe one day when my rich uncle gets more money, he'll buy me 6 more batteries in another cabinet. But
I need to make some hot chocolate.
But what battery? If I could get the 4 batteries to finish the cabinets we have now, I have 8 batteries and I have 4 in each. I got 2 cabinets. I got 4 batteries in each one. It'll hold 6 in each one. So if I get the 2 and 2 in those and fill those up, and somewhere down along the line, and buy 1 more cabinet and 6 more batteries, we would never ever. Well, as long as the batteries are good, didn't go bad, we would probably never need another battery, and we could run this house, the shop, everything just straight off what we have. Because even in the shop, I'm not going to run a lot of stuff that draws a lot of power. If I get a big welder or something in the shop, I'll just fire up the generator and run it off the generator or something. So what electric items do you run in your chicken house off solar panels? Absolutely zero right now.
Well, we got not off the solar panels, no, but we got that solar fan.
Yeah, but it's got its own solar panel.
It's got its own solar panel though.
We don't have the lights up there yet, Arkansas. That's
except for them outside solar ones.
Yeah, we don't have lights in there right now. I was going to run. I actually have the wire to do it. I bought a roll of 12 too, and that stuff is like $150, $160 for one roll of wire.
Mm-hmm.
And when it used to be like $50. But anyway, I do have a roll of wire. I'm going to put a couple plugins in there and some lights in there. Eventually, I'm not in no hurry to do that. And then run power up to it. Yeah, we have. That's what she's talking about. We have some 12. We have one 12-inch fan up there, and it runs off a solar panel. When the sun comes up, it hits it, and the fan comes on, type thing. Yeah, it works really good. It puts out quite a bit of air.
It's hot in the summer. You got to have something to cool them chickens off.
Mm-hmm. I got something to cool them off. It's called a deep freezer.
No, they gotta lay them eggs first.
Make me some nuggets. We will have to get a big freezer though.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna eventually have to get one.
I know.
But as of right now, like I'm saying, there's not anything up there that's electric off of our solar system. The only thing that's up there right now is one solar panel and the fan. Chicken nuggets sound good, especially fresh chicken nuggets, Ashton. Straight off the chicken. That's like I tell Augie, I said, we're going to eat them chickens, ain't we, buddy? He goes, yeah.
About like what you did with Nico with the cow.
And he said, eat, eat, eat.
Who, Nico?
No.
No, Augie.
When I told him we was going to eat them chickens, he said, yeah. Eat, eat, eat.
But Augie likes anything meat. He don't care.
Augie likes anything in food. He don't give a crap.
Well, he ain't very good on. He don't like the the fruits very good.
And he will.
He'd rather have the.
That's something else I'd like to get some trees planted.
Yeah, me too. I
So
plan on starting them in the buckets.
if the bail bonding industry kicks back off this year, maybe I'll be able to buy some stuff. Like trees and stuff like that. This Cannon Nuggets episode coming soon to a theater near you. Yeah, exactly. Fresh nuggets.
I need a chicken plucker first, because I'm not plucking them feathers.
Ashton's a chicken plucker.
Okay.
Ashton
If he
pluck
plucks
everyone.
them all, I'll can them and cook them. But I ain't a plucking them feathers.
There's a lot of stuff that we need to do this year just back to doing it.
Mm-hmm.
We need to get that grow area done and get those grow barrels.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to do that before spring, which means we have to start now.
Pluckers, bro. I
His plugger's broke.
want to get the compost bin to be able to put it in the garden area
Until
too.
it's about time to clean it out again. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll have to rake it all out and redo it and all shavings. But because you can get a year to 2 years about what you'll get out of them shavings, as long as you keep them turned. I mean, you don't have to take them all out, you know what I mean? But you have to take the biggest, the nastiest parts of them out and throw it out.
Oh, I do. I take them and shift them.
Mm-hmm.
Or what do we call that thing?
Sift.
Sift with
Yeah.
that. One of
But
them crates that Ashton and Zach brought me.
Yeah.
I use them for a lot of things, Ashton. I use them to clean out the chicken house. I use them to carry in firewood.
mm-hmm.
I use them for the apples, to feed the deer, to feed the chickens. I use them to carry stuff to the chicken lot, to carry stuff back to the house.
I guess we just need to. He said, free as me. We just really need to sit down and figure out what we're going to do next.
The building,
Whether it's going to be the shed or the grow area or what, you know,
the shed. We're in
or start the
desperate.
house. I mean, right now we're fine with the way the house is, you know what I mean?
I think the house is fine. I think we need the
I mean, as
room
far
to
as-
put the food in, to clean this room out. And once we get that done, then we got to do our grow area, which we pretty much have the stuff for the grow area, don't we?
Mm-mm.
No?
No, we'll need probably about 3 more rolls of wire. I have that one roll, but it's like 3/4 of a roll. So I'll have to get about 2 to 3 more rolls. That depends how big we build it. I bought 4 rolls. Give or take 4 rolls to do the chicken eye. And the grow area is not going to be that big, but I want to wrap it. And the grow area is not going to be that big, but I want to wrap it in wire like that to keep all the animals out of it. Because if you don't, the
They'll
rabbits
be
and
eating
everything,
our food.
I mean, you won't be able to keep the animals out there. Birds and all kind of crap.
Mm-hmm.
But if we use that wire like we used on the barn, birds can't even get in there as long as
Right.
you keep everything good and tight. So
I think the building and then for the food, and then once we get that done, then do our grow house.
Yeah.
And then just kind of add the other stuff as
Yeah.
we need to afterwards. Hey,
I think-
we're up to 9 now.
I think with election year and everything like that, we need to build anything would be more beneficial for like food stuff
I
like
think the building to put the food in, then the grow room, and then the smokehouse
that. Yeah.
is the first 3 things I think we need. Went up to 6 and jumped back down to 9.
You said that backwards.
Hmm.
You said that exactly
Oh, I
backwards.
went up to 9 and then jumped back down to 6.
Mm-hmm.
I did say that backwards.
Dyslexic.
I am dyslexic.
We'll get that shed built, I think, probably first, because we got so much stuff. We got to put my bike up.
Mhm.
Of course, I mean, really, at this point, it really don't matter. I'm going to have to redo it anyway. So, but I really don't want it to keep rusting.
I think getting the food put up so we can keep adding to it would be a big plus. And then the grow room before summer
Mhm.
to start our garden and start more of our canning and stuff. And then
I'm thinking a 12 by 24 building. I know that's a good size, but
for the bike and for the canned goods.
you know, the pantry type room,
Mhm.
the dry good storage room, whatever, like beans and rice, stuff like that we're going to use.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to put like canned food in it. It's down there because we can't heat and cool that area too.
Right.
So it'll just be like
Dry storage.
dry storage, basically like
Right.
bucket storage.
Right. But
So
still,
it'll
that'd
be
get a
about this
lot
size,
of this
size of this
out.
room right here.
That would get a lot of it out.
We can put a lot of buckets in the room this size.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's a lot in here now, but I mean, like nothing but buckets in here. We get a lot of buckets in
But
here.
I think we could put other stuff in there too, like the water, the jugs of water,
We'll freeze
the bottles of water and stuff.
in the winter.
Yeah, we better keep them in the bedroom.
Mm-hmm. Anything liquid with liquid in it's going to freeze. Especially like canned goods, you get like something with liquid in it, it's going to freeze and swell that can, and it's going to be bad. And if you take a canned food, you heat it, cool it, heat it, cool it, heat it, cool it.
Then it goes bad.
Yeah, it'll probably kill you if you eat it.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. The only thing we could store in it is dry stuff, which is perfectly fine.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, we're making this
90% of what we have is dry
dry
stuff.
storage. Yeah.
And then once we get the pantry onto the house, then we can store the other stuff in it.
Mm-hmm. Maybe put 1 or 2 panels down there on that, and put maybe 1 plug in, just to.
I can run the power. I'm more on the power from the house. I'll just run a 12-2 wire down there and just maybe put 1 or 2 plug-ins in the line in it. A couple lights.
That way we can put a couple things down there and store them, like the mini set that I got. Put them up on the shelf and just take them out as we
Mhm.
need them.
Then you could do. You could also take that vacuum sealer down there and
Yeah, put it on the shelf.
like when we get a lot of stuff to seal, we go there. And,
Go down there and work on it in there.
Yeah.
And it won't take as much counter space.
yeah, that won't be that bad because it don't use but like 180 watts. I think is what it uses,
Right.
which is pretty good. For as good as it works. So
Yeah, Ashton got to use that with us.
what he didn't pour on the floor?
What we all didn't pour on the floor.
No, we didn't man the cup.
No, but you couldn't exactly hold a bag.
I was running the machine.
You held the bag at one point.
I had the
too.
technical stuff down.
Yeah, you held the bag at first and dumped it all over, and then you let Ashton help me
Mm-hmm.
because he was watching it
That
first.
ain't the way I saw it.
He was watching it first. You messed up, and you let him take over, and then you wanted to be the machine operator.
That's because it takes skilled labor.
To
To operate
Skilled my
machine.
butt.
It takes skilled labor.
Skilled my butt.
I am a highly trained professional. What does that thing called?
See, you don't even know what you're talking about.
Vacuum machine operator.
Sure you are. You don't even know what it's called to know how to be one.
I have watched hours and hours and hours of YouTube videos on how to run that machine. That qualifies me.
And you watched it 1 minute and forgot it the next, right?
I made it work, didn't I? That's all that matters. It worked. I got demoted from my position.
Yeah, Chris took over, didn't he? He said, you want to try to run it? And then he run it and let you bag it.
Well, I mean, it's not rocket science. You just lay that bag in there, pull that alarm down on top of it, close that lid, and mash that little green button, and it does
Was he
everything.
wearing safety glasses and hard hat? No.
Nope.
He violated procedure.
I probably should have, because Ashton was throwing rice all over the house.
Oh, Lordy. Ashton, you ain't going to live that one down, hon.
Just still tough. Yeah, there's probably a cup of rice on the floor.
And 2 cups of sugar.
Yeah, pretty much. That made a good video, though, Arkansas. They operating that thing with a hard hat and safety glasses on.
Yeah. And us throwing rice and sugar at you.
Mm-hmm. So, the sugar wasn't me, no.
Nope, it was Chris and I.
Actually, it was you.
You weren't holding the bag for me to dump it
I
in.
don't know about all that.
Because as you see, when me and Ashton were doing it, we didn't spill as much as you and I did.
Mm-hmm. That's your tail. As my mom and dad say, that's your tail. I'm
That's
sitting
why
on mine.
you jumped on the machine.
No, I jumped on the machine because it took skilled labor to operate that there device.
Yeah, I think you're full of it.
But anyway,
Yeah. But
I'm
anyway.
gonna see if I'm gonna find out this week if they're gonna bring a container or not. If they're not gonna bring the container, then we're gonna start building the shed this
Yeah,
weekend.
Chris, communication is the key.
It is. That's right. I was communicating.
Sure.
Yeah, I communicate. I'm a very good communicator.
With yourself.
Yeah, that's all that matters. We can start the shed this weekend if they don't bring the container.
Yeah.
Start framing the floor up. Sweatshop. She will work you like a dog, won't she?
Hey, I was ready to do the other 2 bags of rice. I didn't have you on board, though.
50 pounds at a time, about the best you're going to get out of me.
You buy more than that at a time.
Pole barn. Now I'm gonna what we're talking about, Arkansas, is the guy that's supposed to bring. You remember we was talking about buying a shipping container, and we was ready to get it. But I talked to him the other day, and now he's saying he don't know if he can get it in here or not. So
Saying that we need to send pictures and videos
Yeah.
of the road.
now he's wanting videos, pictures, and all this other good stuff. The road, and the deal was he's gonna come up here and look at it because he ain't but like 30 minutes away. And I even told him I would pay him to come up here just to look and see if he could get it in here or not. And everything was good then. Now he's wanting to say, "Oh no, you're gonna have to send me pictures and videos and all kind of crap." And I guess he's wanting to be nice about it. So I don't know if he's gonna bring it or not. So if he don't bring it, what is today? Wednesday?
Yeah.
Today's the day they got him on site down there because he was waiting until today because they're getting another shipment today. So if he don't bring it, like he said he was going to, then we'll just start building a shed. What we're talking about is building basically like a a storage building, just to kind of put everything in for now. But the pole barn type thing, I'm still going to make a shop down at the bottom of the hill down there. That probably won't be this year, just to be honest with you, unless we win the lottery or something. Then maybe.
What, the shop? Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of one of the last things we're worried about.
Yeah, we got to get the building for the food, and we got to get the grow area, and I'd like to get the smokehouse.
But the pole barn, when to build a shop, it is going to be a pole barn style shop.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to build. I'm going to stand the 6x6s up and put the straps on it and then put the metal on it. But before we go do that, we got to work on the road some more.
They're supposed
Because
to bring gravel this week, right? Well, they
Next
were
week.
supposed to bring it
next week.
Tuesday. They're supposed to bring it next week now.
But if we can't get the road remotely passable for a big truck, I mean, they're not going to bring concrete in here. So there we go with that. And if I can't get a concrete slab, I don't want to roll around the mud. You know, I mean, if I can't get the slab done, then I'll build something else. But I've never had a shop, a good sized shop, with a good concrete floor. I've never had nothing like that. So I'd love to build one. Then somewhere down the road, I want to find some type of old car or something to work on. Put in there and work on. Leave the road alone.
Then,
Lord.
then we won't get nothing up here.
Yeah, I got to get it. Well, like I was saying before, Green Man, the McCobb. Yeah, you could. Well, I mean, in all honesty, you could dry pour the concrete. I mean, that everybody's seems to be doing that a lot. But man, that would take 800 or 900 bags
Mm-hmm.
to dry
If
pour.
not more.
When I had it up one time, like 800 some bags.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, there's a calculator online. You can get. You want to build a 24 by 40, and you want a 4-inch slab.
That road will bring you trouble.
Yeah, it really will. But in all honesty, the front of the road out there, when you go up the rock, I will never touch that. That'll be from as long as we're on the property or have anything to do with that road. That's what it's going to look.
Cats are back.
But when you get back down to the bottom side where starts getting muddy, through there is what I want to fix. But because 9 out of 10 people is not even going to come up that rock, because it looks worse than it is, especially if you're in a car or something like that. And there's not a lot of people going to try to come over it in just a regular car. You're going to need soldiers, yeah. Probably going to need a lot of them. But there's just a couple mud holes out in this one side, on this side of the road, on this side of the rock.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
These are all plans that we see in the future that we want to do. I mean, maybe not the next year or so, but
If something don't happen between now and then.
no skill.
Can we? Yes.
Coming past the rock. Yeah. I mean, the road up that rock and stuff like that. As long as you got a 2-wheel drive, no, you ain't coming up it. But as long as you got like her little car's all-wheel drive, then
Hello, Skittles.
it does perfectly fine.
Yeah, mine does, but like right around the gate where we just dropped that last load of gravel,
Yeah.
that's where my car wanted to spin and try to go in the ditch.
Yeah.
That's why we wanted it right there.
Yeah, no matter what you do in that one curve right there, it's slick. You don't sink in the mud, you slide.
You go straight for the ditch.
Yeah.
And my car, like when it gets wet or traction, it just wants to spin.
Yeah.
Glad to have you back.
Yeah, glad to have you back, Sheila. Her car's got the traction. When it starts spinning, it will actually stop, lose all power. Traction control. And you can turn that off. And even if you turn it off, it still does the same exact thing as if it was on.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you go up there and you start spinning, that car will actually just stop right in the middle of the mud.
Mm-hmm.
And there you go. So when you hit it, it's got to be full
You
send.
better gas it.
It's going to be full send, or when you get the middle of it, you're going to stop. And that's
Yeah.
even turning that crap off.
Yeah, you better just gas it and hope you can hold the wheel.
Yep. Well, I can
If
hold it.
not, get out and walk.
But right where we just put that light little bit of gravel we just got, though, right in that curve, that's the bad spot right there. But just, well, that and just probably 20, 30 feet past that, we need one more load up through there. And then, like I said, the rest of it, as long as you sand it, you can come on in here when it's wet. It has to be really wet. Like right now, it's like I said, we have spring, summer, and mud. That's the 3 seasons we have here.
Mm-hmm.
Cold mud, actually. 3-4 months out of the year, this is a mud hole. And it's the kind of mud, if you step in it, it sticks to your shoes and it keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger on your shoes.
And then you sink.
Yeah. Or red clay mud.
You have to keep moving or you're going to sink.
But like I said a million times on this thing, this mud is like, it's kind of weird for me because it's not mud that's you sink in. It gets real muddy. You don't sink in it. It'll like clog up on your tires and stuff, of course, but you don't sink in it. You just slide on it. It's almost like it's got like a ice coating on top of it. It's kind of weird to explain, but that's
Unless
just the way.
you step in it.
Yeah, if you step in it,
Then
it
you
just keeps getting
sink
bigger
in.
and bigger on your shoes. It pulls your shoes off and everything.
Mm-hmm. Makes a muddy mess.
Yep.
Better have some boots up to your knees. Because if not, you're getting all that in your shoes.
Yep. That's the reason we want to kind of fix this side of the rock. But the other side of the rock, I'll never touch the other side of the rock. Yeah, pretty much Arkansas. Yep. Clay. Yeah, it's red clay
Yes.
mud. Yeah.
Yep.
But it's weird. It ain't like Georgia clay mud. Yeah, it ain't like good old Georgia clay. You go into northeast Georgia, it ain't nothing but red clay mud and pine trees. And it's not like that mud at all. This is different. That is kind of weird. As soon as you cross into the back roads of Georgia, it's nothing but red clay mud and pine trees. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm. I like pine trees.
I don't. Love me some Georgia. Yeah, I was actually born in Georgia. I was born in North Georgia. I was born in Dalton, Georgia. I actually had land in Georgia before we got this, but it was so far away. It took 5 hours to get there, and that was just unheard of. The purpose of getting this land was, at first, was a bug out type property. She said she loved pine trees too.
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
When we went to Florida one year, because my mom lives in Florida, I tried bringing one back to plant it here to see if I could get it to grow. And yeah,
No,
that
that's a
did.
palm tree.
Yeah.
No,
That's a palm tree.
Yeah, she's talking about pine trees.
I like pine trees, but I like palm trees too. But I went to Florida and got a palm tree, and I tried to plant it here, and it wouldn't work.
Yep. Yeah, you are correct, Ashton. My daddy actually named that road. Whenever they had the house built up in there, it was the first ones in there, so they got to basically name the road, and that's why it's named what it is.
I like the smell of the pine trees. The pine.
Not me. Up here on this mountain, almost every pine tree that was here has fell on its own.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not cutting them or anything. If any tree falls up here, it'll be a pine tree.
Yep.
So anything that would even get close to the house has been removed.
Well, we had some fall right across the driveway. Yeah.
Yeah. There's one more down on the driveway down there that I'm gonna take down. It's a pine tree. Yeah, I mean it's gonna fall if I don't anyway. The
Okay.
biggest pine tree here and the one that was the most alive is the one that fell across the road.
Mm-hmm.
don't know what it is about the pine trees, but something appears.
I don't like it.
Yeah, just the pine trees up there just do not. I mean, they're huge trees, but all of a sudden they're all just dying and falling. Probably them old beetle bugs, whatever it was, got in there a few years back.
Mhm. Well, when we start that grow room, I'm gonna take all them apple seeds that I've been drying out ever since I did my apple butter and stuff, and I'm gonna start planting them for apple trees and stuff.
You can extinguish the flammables. Yeah, that was my whole intent with the trees and stuff around the house, Ashton. I wanted a buffer for a couple things, for solar, and then like fire. You know what I mean? Like if forest fire or something like that was to come up here, then we'd have a little bit of a buffer around the house. that was the whole mindset of it when I had that dozer in there pushing everything out. But now the lower part down there, the bottom part, that we want to fence in the bottom down there, it's just overgrown. There's a bunch of like little small pine trees coming up and stuff like that. I like to get that fenced in and get 2 or 3 goats in there and have it just clean every bit of that out.
Cleaned out, yeah. Before stuff does get bad, I'd like to get a couple of animals in there.
Yeah. If we can get 3 or 4 goats. Yeah, that's why I was saying a minute ago, Ashton, I'd like to get some type of some type of apple trees or something like that plant. But basically plant them around the fence line on the outside, like down the driveway around that way.
And then the grapevines. Grapevines up around the greenhouse, like what we have at a house in Waynesville.
Yeah.
Need to do some blueberry bushes and strawberry bushes and kiwi and.
Well, we keep calling it a greenhouse, but it's actually like a grow room. Or a grow area, basically. It's not even going to be a room. It's going to be, if anybody here don't know about G-Bear on here, look him up, and he's got like a grow area. It's like a pole barn type structure with not metal on, but wire on it. And then he put a shade cloth across the top of it. That's basically what we're shooting for. I'm kind of going to copy him on that kind of. I mean, ours is going to be a little different because I'm going to build it to fit the piece of property it's going on, because it'll be odd shaped, and I'm going to use up all the property that I can. So it ain't going to be like a straight line. It's going to be like this, you know what I mean? Like, which is fine with me. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care as long as we got room to grow stuff.
Just frame it all up. Once we frame it all up, we can take in. The plan is, once we frame it up, take all the wood that's exposed and paint it with that tar. And I mean, like, paint it like 2 or 3 times. So
yeah, that's what been wanting to do, but we don't have the compost yet, so we've just been throwing it out. But the chicken fertilizer would be good fertilizer, and also our eggshells. Like when we do our eggs, that's a good fertilizer too.
Yeah, we put all the eggs we have like in the grow barrels, because that's really good for soil.
So is coffee grounds.
That's
why we need the compost then to.
If you'll take those eggshells and grind them, like put them in a big blender,
you can feed them back to chickens.
Yeah, you can, but I wouldn't unless you cook them. Anytime you feed an egg back to a chicken, you need to change the taste of the egg.
If not, they'll eat them.
Or they're eating them now a little bit, but you have to like boil the egg, or like put the shells in the oven. You have to alter the taste of that egg in some way, or they'll start craving eggs.
They'll grind the eggs in what?
Basically make like a powder out of it, and it's like they used to have this stuff called bone root or whatever that you mix in your soil, and that'd be good, like to mix in your soil. It's kind of I can't remember the name of the stuff now. I get brain farts and I go think about stuff. But anyway, you just mix it in your soil and stir it up, and it's really, really good for the soil.
Yeah, we'll have to once we get our compost done, we'll start doing all that.
Yeah. Bang, was at 9. Now we're back down to 4.
We must have got boring.
Yeah. That's the story of our life.
We got, I think, 5 minutes, and I gotta
Yeah.
Let's see how much time I got. I lied.
But
Eight
as far
minutes.
as doing videos up here and stuff like that, I mean, it's not. We could do a video every day on stuff that we do here, but I don't know if I'd want to film every little movie make or whatever. But I don't know. I guess you're gonna have to though. I mean, if you want to get like the watch hours and the subscribers, I guess you just have to do that.
It feels like it's so competitive though. The same thing.
Well, I'm not gonna film the same thing over and over. That's like whenever we're working on something.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I'm building, like when I was building the roof of that thing up there, I didn't like showing like every single screw you put in that board. That's just so monotonous. It's just, I mean, it's almost borderline ignorant kind of thing. You know, it's why would you show each and every screw? I mean, show one or two on that board, not 12. And then I mean, just hit around with it a little bit. You could turn a 4-hour video into a 20-minute video if you don't do all that. That's just the way that I would want to watch it. I wouldn't want to watch somebody drive every single nail in the house. That would be so boring. I would turn that in a minute. But like I say, if you just jump around, make it something that's enjoyable to watch, you know what I mean? Which I've yet to do. I'm still learning how to do that on this computer, or any computer, the editing part. But if you could change it around where it's kind of enjoyable to watch, it's better that way. Then I could watch it a little bit.
Catch people's attention.
Yeah. But like building a house, just filming every single nail that's drove into a board, there's no way that I'd sit here and watch that. Absolutely no way. Some people do like that stuff. I mean, I don't know. I suppose there's many millions and millions of people that watch this stuff. Some people do get into stuff like that. But it's kind of boring for me to sit and edit the video and then watch every single nail or screw or whatever you put into a board. So I delete most of it. I can't even watch it when I'm editing it, let alone sit and watch it on TV. Or on the computer or whatever. But you're on 2 hours, 15 minutes. How much more time you got on it?
I think I had like 8 minutes. 5 minutes, 30 seconds.
So I'll probably go tomorrow and find out about that container, or call him at least. At the least, I'll call him. But I'd like to go over there and look at them.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I could drive something in for that price too. I really do.
Right.
But I won't have it to where we can start carrying food buckets down there for that price. You know what I mean? But 5 minutes on a pot by Ashton said. He must be keeping time too.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd have it to where
4 minutes, 47 seconds.
it would be done for that price, but I think I could have a roof on it for that.
Yeah.
Just basic dried-in building. Because I'd want to go back and put the siding on it and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Make it look halfway decent. So I don't see putting a window in it.
I don't think it needs all that.
Because if I put the doors on it, we just open the doors and then we see in there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe one window. I don't know. We just have to figure out how we're going to lay it out. We need to figure out how big we can build it.
I don't think I want to do the window though, because then if stuff does get bad, people can come up and just look in it. Or
what kind of siding? I don't know. I'll put like the wood siding on it, Ashton, or the hardy board siding, not the concrete hardy board, but the smart siding. You know, it looks like OSB on the back of it. I built one over in Winesville for a guy, and I put that on there, and that turned out really, really nice.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. And it's easy to work with, and it covers quick. It's easy to paint. When you buy it, it's already primed. Light panels in the ceiling. Yeah. Either do that or something else I've actually thought about. A picket fence. Yeah, we made siding out of those 1x6 dog ear boards. Yeah. You can go on Marketplace and you can actually buy like used skylights, you know. And something like that would actually be a good thing to put in it. Because if I build the shed, the way I'm gonna do it is I'm gonna build it 12 by 24. And when you go in the door, you go to one side of it, and it'll be like a 8-foot by 12-foot room that I'm gonna build a door to go into it, and that's to be able to store like dry good food. So whether we get the shipping container or I build a shed, that's going to happen in the back end of it. We're going to build a place to put shelves in, and just for dry food like rice, beans, wheat, stuff like that. Nothing in a can that has liquid in it, of course. So that's kind of the reason I'm saying 12 by 24. And that'll still give me 16 feet, well, roughly 15 feet. I mean, my walls to get the bikes in, all my tools, just stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
After we get all that stuff in there, and then all this will be freed up, and we can finish all this.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll run like one electrical wire, like a 12-2 wire down there, just for lights, and maybe 1 or 2 plug-ins, and that's about it. Just like the charging drills and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll build some barns type doors on double doors with a ramp, of course, on the front of it. The only thing about those dog ear, the picket, making siding and stuff out of those, Ashton, is it's like the rest of it. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, but you take a treated board and lay it out in the sun, and it's going to look like a big U in a day or two. Yeah, it did turn out really good.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, you gotta, even if you screw it down really, really good, it's still going to buck, you know, like cup to a certain point. That's the only bad thing about using stuff like that. I've never, I mean, it does turn out good, but a year or two down the road, it looks kind of shady because of the way it does. Even doing batten board siding, like, the board and then putting the batten in the middle, I've never had no luck at that because they always cup and bow off of it. The only thing I've used so far, and it still looks, right now, it still looks just like the day that I put it on there, is whenever I built that shed for that guy in Waynesville. It's still on there now, and it looks just like we just built it. It still looks that good. And he never even painted it, I don't think.
I don't think so.
I think it's still the primer color.
Yeah.
Can you poly it or stain it? I'm sure you could. I don't know. Maybe put some type of water seal on it. But here on side of this mountain, it gets, the sun gets so hot, and it just beats down on you constantly up here. It'd take a lot of, you'd have to do it like at least once a year, if not twice a year, to keep it, which ain't bad. You put it in the sprayer and just go there and spray it once or twice a year, and that'd be perfectly fine. So I mean, you could. It's just the upkeep on it you'd have to stay on the upkeep part of it.
Okay, I'll be back.
I've been a lot of places that's really hot in my lifetime, like really, really hot. And I've done a lot of stuff, but up here we built a shed up here one time before, and just putting the roof on that shed. I've never been that hot in my life, ever. It got so hot up here, we had to take a cooler and put ice in that cooler and put water in it and dip like towels and stuff in it, and then soak it on your head. It got so hot up here. So that was probably 8-9 years ago. Actually, your daddy helped me do it, actually, part of it. the porches on it and stuff like that. Me and Amanda's dad put the roof on it, and I ain't, like I said, I've done a lot of stuff in my life, but I've never been, to this day, I've never been that hot. And that's just framing it up. I wasn't even putting the metal on the roof. I was just, doing the framing part of the 2x4s and stuff, or 2x6s. We used 2x6s on that, but that was miserable, very, very miserable. But down there where we're going to build this one at, if we build it and not get the container, it's where my little covered, my enclosed trailer sitting down the hill here. I just got to go measure it to see if I can get a shed in there the size that I want. I may have to shift it around, turn it around, and get it to fit in there. But
Okay.
There's like a canopy of trees kind of behind it, so it shouldn't get that bad hot. But
Nope, I just shut it off.
he said, "Papa burning now."
Nope.
No, she just went in there and pulled the cork on it, actually.
That's where I took off to.
But yeah, that stuff, if you take those pickets like that and dog ear pickets and cut the dog ear off of it, cut the first 2 or 3 inches off of it to get the dog ear part off of it. Oh yeah,
Yes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yes.
If I build something up here, anything that I build is going to catch water off top of it, no matter what it is. Like even if I build a dog house, I'm going to catch rain off of it to water the dog with. So if we get the container, I don't know how I'll catch rain off that, but I'll figure out something. Well, no, not really, because if I get that container, it's gonna be happy. It's gonna be in the bank.
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be the only thing. If we build a shed, we won't have it in the bank, but we can always go back later. Whenever we get the excavator up here,
Mm-hmm.
we could always have him dig us a hole in the bank somewhere, and I could build a cinder block structure into the bank. You know what I mean? So.
Mm-hmm.
When your papa gets feeling better and gets him a truck to bring it down here, Ashton might pay him to come dig me a hole in the bank. For the, what would you call that? The bunker situation. I would say tornado shelter, but if a tornado ever got in these mountains, you're done anyway because it ain't going to get out. It would be good to have like a root cellar type thing into the bank.
Yeah, I'd like to have one.
But being here where we're at, there really ain't nowhere to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you get back down there around the shed somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Or down around where the shop's going to be. Started once to put the camper there where we want to build a shop. I started to do that one time, but I don't want to put the camper there and set it all up and then have to find somewhere else to build a shop. And that'd be a perfect spot for a shop.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely perfect spot.
I can't see what that says.
Like kid in the sandbox on that excavator. Yeah, he gets to feeling better. I might get him to come and dig me a hole in the bank, Ashton. We just have to find somewhere to do it. Because there's a couple spots on this mountain that I know what I want to do with it. Like on top, the very top, I want to put something up there, which will either be a barn or put in big containers up there. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, we're going to need a barn eventually for the animals to go into when the weather gets bad.
Yeah. But even if we did barn, I could still put the containers there.
Yeah.
Because what I want to do is, once these totes out here get full, I want to pump them up into a bigger container on top of the hill, like with a solar type pump,
and then run them down.
And then let it gravity feed to the house from the big tanks.
Mm-hmm.
The water to the house will be coming out of the big tanks on the top, but we'll fill the big tanks off all these totes that's sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
But easy to do. It might cost a little bit of money to buy a pump strong enough to pump that water up there to it.
Mm-hmm.
But I could buy one of those, like a transfer pump You know what I mean? Like take some big old hoses about the ground.
Mm-hmm.
They actually selling it. I don't know how good that'd be, but you can buy one at Harbor Freight, $300 or $400.
Right.
But I want
probably
to.
sell
You can
it
also
at-
buy them that runs off solar power too. Just run during the day.
They probably sell them at Rural King too.
Probably, yeah. You can buy them at the solar. Just put them on a switch. You know, like when those get full, switch it on. Then that solar pump kick on during the day until it gets it all pumped up there.
Mm-hmm.
Even that little cheap pump that we bought will pump. How much was it? It was 1 or 2 tanks back there, wasn't it? That I pumped out.
Yeah.
Pumped it out in about 30 minutes. Out of those down to out of the back of the chicken barn to the house. It didn't take maybe an hour.
When I mentioned it to him, he said he'd probably make that a weekend thing, camp out for a couple nights.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, come on.
He ain't got a camp out.
We got a bedroom here.
He ain't got a whole house sitting here.
A bedroom piled full of food.
Yeah. If we're not home, you got a key.
Yep.
So I know we first started staying here in the camper, and we had that other building built.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan and them spent the night in the building, but Lawrence wouldn't even go spend the night in the building because he's afraid of the dark. Remember, he stayed in the camper with us. He said, "I ain't going up there. It's
Yeah.
too dark."
I remember that.
So he can't go out. I'm just trying to do stay.
Yeah, he's welcome to stay.
Yep. But I don't know if I completely answered Arkansas or light panels for the ceiling. But on Marketplace, you can get on there and they sell every now and again you can find used skylights is what I'm trying to think of. And which that would be pretty cool too. Put skylights in it.
Lawrence scared of his own shadow.
Lawrence scared of the mountain cats. No, Lawrence is just scared. He
Of his own shadow.
yeah, you get that boy out of the city and put him in the woods, and he ain't having it. He ain't having it.
Mm-mm.
He's scared to death up on the mountain.
Yeah, he won't go nowhere unless Chris does.
Yeah.
He wouldn't walk to the chicken barn.
I'm scared of the mountain cats. That ain't a mountain cat, it's a house cat, Ashton.
We'll have mountain cat stew.
Yeah. But it being January, so hopefully we'll get some stuff done this year here. So
New start, new year.
yeah. We'll film it for a while and see how it works out
Hopefully.
this year. I mean, worst case scenario, we'll just quit filming it, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We'll keep putting videos out until we see if it's going to work out or not. And them cats is what you see on the Geo channel. No, them cats that you seen up here on the mountain, Ashton, is them that you see at the dog pound. About that big.
I got cats bigger than that out here in the
Mhm.
yard.
Yep. Hey, you never can tell, though. But anyway, I'm going to go maybe tomorrow. It all depends on what's going on tomorrow. And talk to that guy about them containers and see what he says.
You need to call that lady from the grocery store too.
Yeah.
Chinese wouldn't even cook them cats.
Sure they would. Man, I watched a video one time about it wasn't China, it was another country over in that direction. It was like Lord, I want to say it was Vietnam, but it wasn't. It was somewhere in that area. But anyway, they actually eat dogs, and before they started banning, blacklisting that stuff on YouTube, they showed them how they done the dogs and stuff, and it was pretty gruesome. They actually showed the whole process of it. You know, a dog walking down the road until it's being eaten at supper table. They showed the whole process in between. I mean, there was dogs. That's the reason they had this place. I'm trying to think of the name of it, but they have so many dogs and they breed the dogs, you know, just to have wild dogs running around everywhere pretty much, just so they can eat them. They ain't wild, but so I imagine they eat cats too. I don't know. Buddy for supper, yeah.
No.
He wouldn't even make a ham biscuit.
He's only 4 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Leave my dog alone.
Yeah, he wouldn't even make as my daddy said, he wouldn't even make a mess.
Good.
South Korea just passed a law to stop eating dogs. Yeah, the country that I saw was like, there was Asian people, but it's kind of a weird name for where it was at. But they kept so many dogs around, you know, like just like it was not. They just let the dogs just run around everywhere, and whenever they got hungry, they just go out there and grab one. And they showed the whole video on YouTube, and it was pretty gruesome. In my lifetime, I probably eat one or two. I'll be honest with you. Ain't no telling. Knowing my daddy and all the glorious places I've been in my life. Probably eat worse than my dog, to be honest with you. I don't think I can knowingly eat a dog. I don't think I could knowingly do it. Well, now, I mean, the world turned to crap and everything like that. You know, I mean, you was like Mad Max type days. You'd eat all the dog you can find, probably. I think it's the World Economic something. Can't remember. Lord, I get brain parts when I go to think and try to say something. But they said within the next 2 years that we would have a major blackout type event. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. World, I think it's WEC, whatever that stands for.
Mm-hmm.
They said within the next 2 years, we would have a major blackout type event. But they didn't say that until after that stupid movie came out.
Right.
That's kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah. Which means if nothing happens this year, we got 2 years to finish getting everything in order.
Barbecue sparrow maybe on the menu. I'll never see no sparrows up here, but there's a bunch of woodpeckers and hawks. Hawk would make a pretty good meal. They're a little bit bigger than
I
chicken.
need to get rid of them so they'll leave my dog alone anyhow.
Mm-hmm.
And my chickens.
They said that the Obamas like helped produce that movie. They didn't write the movie. They said it was a book, and they made a movie out of the book.
Mm.
But they tied their name, you know, to it for some odd reason. So kind of weird. And they also said that they dislike the guy that owns Tesla.
Uh-huh.
I can't even think his name. I just knew it in my head. But anyway, they dislike him so much is the reason they put those Tesla cars in there. You know, like slamming into each other and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Elon Musk. They said they hate him so bad that they had to throw that in there as a little jab to him. For some odd reason, they just absolutely hate that man. Elon, yeah, that's him actually. Elon Musk. I have to get off that conspiracy theorist rant again, but do I think that there was something behind that movie? Yes, I do.
Like a warning.
Well, it's like maybe not a warning, but they're definitely saying something with it. I mean, I don't know what it is, but whether it happens or it don't, they're definitely saying something with it.
We're losing subscribers.
He's gonna get us on Mars. He might. You never know. I doubt he'd go to Mars because his money wouldn't be no good there. Wasn't it you saying, Ashton, he's wanting to detonate some type of atomic bomb on the poles of Mars or something, get it to turn or something like that? That'd be kind of weird. I think if something like that was to happen, I think that we would be okay to a certain extent as far as power, because we're not tied to anything
If what happened?
like some type of event like that. Because that was a
A
basically
blackout.
well, I mean, yeah, but I mean that was basically a cyber attack. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It shut down the power grid and stuff like that. We're not tied to anything like that.
Right.
So I mean, if something like that happened, I'm pretty confident in what we have. But now, say like a CME or a EMP or something like that, I don't know how
It would work with
solar equipment would respond to something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I still in the back of my head think that we would still be halfway decent shape, but simply because we live in a metal box, and you know a Faraday cage is a metal box, so
yeah,
it keeps the EMP from going in. Yeah, that sounds about right. One to nuke Mars poles, yeah. Get it to turn. I don't know what the purpose that would be, because I mean there's nothing on the other sides of it neither. So they say that there was traces of back bazillions and bazillion years ago, that there was traces of water and all that crap on Mars, like signs of life, basically back bazillion years ago. I think they said something about they actually found a couple planets outside of our little space we have here that actually could hold life on it, like water and stuff like that.
What's it say? NASA said it would be cost $30 billion to build these. These what?
It says NASA said it would cost $38 billion to build the ship to Mars, and Elon did it for $1 billion, and the rocket for $750. Reusable. Yeah. He just launched something else. I don't know what it was. I think it was a satellite or something Elon did. It might have been something to do with Mars, but that didn't been a couple months ago he launched something.
Yeah.
I think the first time failed, and they finally launched it again. Of course, launching, they also said North Korea would never have a weapon that would interballistic missile that would reach like long distances or whatever. And they just fired one off the other day that did. Ducks in the wrong row, yeah, that's for sure. I don't think it's him that's smart, Ashton. I think it's the people that he pays millions of dollars a year to. I mean, I'm sure he's got a little bit of common sense to him, but you know that being a bazillionaire, you know he's got some really smart people around him. Scientists and people like me, you know. If we'd won that $1 billion lottery that time, we'd launch us a satellite.
No, we'd have a bunch of stuff up here on the mountain is what we
Yeah.
have.
We'd at least have some goats, for sure. Think about doing some of the miniature cattle. I always thought that'd be pretty cool. I mean, they're not so big that you couldn't not handle them, and you keep them in a decent fence.
Right.
Especially the little bulls and stuff, you know, the little zebu bulls.
Mm-hmm. And you can still use them for meat or
Oh, yeah.
milk or whatever you need.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta sneeze again.
I know a Jersey Bull. I won't ever end up buying another one of those. I mean, they're okay if you're raising jerseys, but for meat, yeah. Well, I don't know, Ashton. I mean, if you got enough money, you'd be surprised what is practical, you know?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hogs.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what you want to put on the smoker.
Yeah. I'd like to find somewhere to build a small, I don't want them to run like everywhere all over the mountain.
Just a pen.
Just build them a lot somewhere that we can, I don't want it close to the house, but I don't want it real far away from the house neither because, you know, we are in the middle of everywhere and there's predators here and there is bear here. And Ashton says there's like a great big house cat here somewhere. So, other than that, I mean, I wouldn't mind trying that. Getting a couple to keep. Just basically just get them and let them grow out and put them in the freezer. But that puts us right back to the same situation of having somewhere to put that in the freezer. So that's the only thing about the house we live in. It's not big enough for.
Or the smoker.
Yeah.
Two great big house cats.
But I still want to do a whole hog in the smoker though. I mean, I do want to do that. If nothing else, we could buy one to, you know, big enough just to do that with instead of raising it. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but Lord, it'd probably be expensive.
Yeah.
Well, not really though. I mean, you can buy them for cheap. But yeah, I'll find a spot up here. I'd like to build like some type of small lot because we was talking about that too, getting a couple little, basically feeder pigs, you know, that grow
Or
them
even
out.
if you take a little piece of the land that we box in down there and just make a little pen in that and have them dog things that run through it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. That's like maybe a couple, you know, something just to grow them out. Because that's something you can buy pretty cheap when they're small. You just raise them, you know, grow them out for a year, whatever, all year. Them things grow pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
It's like rabbits, you know, it only takes a couple of rabbits. Next thing you know, you're putting 14, 15 in the freezer at a time.
Yep.
Once a week.
I made it them all.
Mm-hmm. And I like rabbit meat. It's pretty good, actually.
Mm-hmm.
It tastes like chicken to me. I mean, just be honest. It really does. I'm not even just saying that. It really does taste like chicken to me. But when we get down to the smokehouse, then that'll be kind of a game changer because we can, whether we raise them or just go buy one, you'll buy a 200 or 300 pound one and sling him in there. My dad raised one. One time he wanted to grow it out, so he wanted to grow as big as he could. He kept it in a little small barn, and he fed that thing so much that when it dressed out, and this was after, it's one of the big white pigs. I don't know what you call them, but I mean, it's huge and it's white. And it's one of the real long pigs. And when he put it on that truck, its nose touched. It's a long wheelbase Chevrolet truck. Its nose touched the cab, and its butt had to turn sideways to close the tailgate. And when they dressed that thing out, it was over 1,000 pounds. That was the biggest pig I believe I've ever seen in my life. Its head looked like a big buffalo head. I mean, that thing was that big around, big old hog's head.
Mm-hmm.
He kept its jaws and its nose and stuff, snout, with or without mountain oysters. Yeah. Yeah, I talked to Dustin about the mountain oysters. That's what he eat those about every day with my daddy. He didn't know that's what he was eating, but he did. But I'll tell you something about mountain oysters too, though. If you take that thing and you slice it thin, it looks just like a like tenderloin, them little pork chops we'll get. That's exactly what it looks like. But Dustin's eaten many of them. He probably wouldn't admit it, but he knows he did. No, every time he get around my dad and he was a baby like that, he was about the size of Caden.
Caden and Augie.
Yeah. That's about how big he was. Every time Justin wouldn't have nothing to do with it. Justin wasn't much of an eater. But Dustin, that's all he wanted to do is eat. He'd go in there, my daddy would go in there, as soon as he could walk in the house, my dad would get up and he'd go in there and get some out. Throw them in the pan, fry them up. He'd sit down there. It didn't take just a minute to fry them because it was real thin slice. He'd go in the living room with a plate full of them things. He'd get Dustin up there and he'd sit there and feed him every one time. Ashton's ate several of them. He just don't want to admit it.
What, mountain oysters?
Yep. He grew up at my mom and daddy's house.
I remember you saying that.
My mom and daddy just pretty much raised Ashton. He was there 24/7. So there really ain't no telling what that boy eat. They come out of my daddy's freezer. I've seen him take them big old mud turtles, and when they get them out of Lake Junaluska and take them over. That was back years ago. That them old boys are not really Lake Junaluska, but like somewhere around that area. But those big mud turtles, and I mean them things was that big. Take them over and they give my daddy. My daddy take somewhere or another, reach down and grab their head and pull it out and pop them with a 22, and then he'd take a little hatchet. And you chop that shell open, get that turtle out, and cook it, and eat it. And they'd sit out there and drink beer and get drunk and chop that turtle out of that shell.
Doesn't seem like there'd be a whole lot of meat on a turtle.
With brains, yeah. Yes, you did, Ashton. I gotta give you credit, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta give you credit, buddy. You really did.
Yeah, he is smart.
Don't want to get your head swelled up. You get another bald spot.
Chris.
Well, he ain't but 20-some years old and ain't got hair on his head. You get some at the just for men and rub on your head, actually. But I think that like colors your hair, don't it? Well, you color your scalp, and it would look like you had a whole head of hair. But anyway, straight to the nursing home for you.
Get him, Ashton.
I still got 3 or 4 years left before that. Hopefully. So you gonna try to come down this weekend, Ashton? I think it's supposed to snow Friday. They're calling for snow Friday. It's 100% snow and 100% chance of snow Friday. Yeah.
Friday, yeah.
Yep.
They dress at about 40%, 10 pounds turkey, 4 pounds of meat.
They dress at 40%, 10 pounds of turtle.
Oh,
4 pounds of meat. Yeah.
what did I say? Turtle.
Yeah. These are some big old turtles that bring my daddy up there. I don't know where they got them at or nothing like that. They're just them big old, what we call mud turtles. Basically a big old snapping turtle. Almost look like them alligator turtles. You know, it's got that real short, sharp pointed, like beak looking thing on it. They bring them up there and them old men sit up there and drink beer with my daddy and chop them turtles out of them shells. That's pretty much all they done. and trade on goats and chickens. My daddy was a trader. And trade on sheep, chickens, any kind of farm animal. That's all they done, to sit around and trade. Then the next day they trade right back for what they just had. So they didn't make no sense to me.
They apparently just did it for something to do.
Well, that's all they were doing, just bored. But we've been on right now 3 hours, so I guess I want to kind of cut it.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been on 2 hours and 55 minutes.
Give it 5 more minutes.
Yeah, we'll stay on about 5 more minutes, and then we'll 4 more minutes. Stay on till right now 3 hours. I mean, evidently we're not that boring. We still have 4 people in there.
Gonna try what?
Come down.
Oh.
Alrighty. I'll know about that container tomorrow. See what they say about it. And then can't get the container, then I guess we'll start building something, I guess. I don't know. Might do something either way. Because we've accumulated so much. Well, I mean, it's not a bad thing, but.
No, it's not a bad thing. We just got to have somewhere to store it. Where we can actually get to the bed. Or our guests can actually get to the bed.
Until Jordan was bringing the dupes. He said, we eat snapping turtles. We eat a lot of alligator snappers. They're protected now in Arkansas. Honestly, I don't know what kind these was. I just know there's some big, ugly turtles, and they would, you'd hold a stick out and they'd lock down that stick, snap that stick in two. That's so big, but.
I don't think I've ever had turtle.
I ain't either. But one of the nicest things I've ever eaten in my life is a groundhog.
I haven't never had a groundhog.
Well, let me tell you what it's like.
And you said it was greasy.
You go in there and take you a spoon and get you some lard out and put your little salt on it and bite that spoon of lard.
Ew.
Yeah, that's what groundhog tastes like.
No, thank you.
It is, and my dad and them loved that stuff. And man, oh man.
I'll tell him, Ashton, but I don't think he's gonna bring them.
No, he said he was bringing them.
Oh, tell Jordan you're bringing them? Okay, I'll tell him.
And groundhog, when you're cooking it, it stinks. It smells like crack. That's where they come up with castor oil. You ever heard anybody taking castor oil?
Mm-hmm. It's disgusting.
Yeah, anything like that, turtle or alligator, anything like that, it's tough and like rubber to me.
I like alligator.
She brought the alligator home, and I tried it. And I'll tell you, there was no difference between eating an alligator than picking up my shoe and chewing on the sole of it. Like trying to chew the rubber bottom off of that.
Because it was re-cooked. You have to do it when it's first cooked.
I don't know about all that, but
Eat it when it's first cooked. If not, when you reheat it, it makes it rubbery.
It like that, or like trying to chew a handful of rubber bands is what it's like. I mean, your mouth would actually spring like it had rubber in it.
I'm telling you, it's because it was reheated.
It was nasty, is what it was. I'd never make a good alligator eater.
I like alligator as long as it's when it's first cooked, not reheated.
And with that being said, the turtle tastes about the same to me, Ashton. Well, certain parts of it, you really wouldn't know it was turtle. You'd think it was something else.
Oh, by the way, we had a new baby in the family today. Born at 4:15 this morning. Our nephew and his wife had their baby.
It was a girl, wasn't it?
A little boy.
I thought they was having a girl.
No, they're having a boy.
You mean they had a boy?
Had a boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I thought it was a little girl.
No, little boy.
Well, nowadays, it can decide.
No. We're not doing that. Did I not show you the picture?
Mm-mm.
There's a picture of James Haldeman. Oops. If I can get it to blow up.
Let's see. Yeah. I bet he's proud right now.
Mm-hmm. And then here's one of Miranda and the baby. And then James,
Yep.
Miranda, Elena, and Sarah.
But yeah. Anyway, I guess we'll get off here. We've been on here 3 hours. I guess we bored
He
people
was-
long enough.
He was born at 4:15 this morning, 7 pounds 2 ounces.
Good size young.
Mm-hmm.
Gender neutral. Yeah. The sad but true. I mean, this country's turned to crap, buddy. It really has. This millennial generations. Anyway, I ain't gonna get started on that because I'll be on here another hour hooping and hollering about that, and that's bad for YouTube. But anyway, guys, we'll try to get back on. It may be Friday or Saturday before we get back on. Today's Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
So it'll be Friday, at least Friday or Saturday before we get back on. I don't think we'll get on tomorrow, but maybe.
Maybe, I don't know.
It's a male, female, other, or unknown. Yeah. I don't know what to think about it. I really don't. I don't know what to say on YouTube. Well, I know what I want to say about that situation, Arkansas, but I don't think it'll be YouTube friendly. We'll be blacklisted before we ever get our subscriber count up.
Yeah, I think they named him Cooper Cole.
Yeah.
Cooper Cole Palmer. I think.
He said he filled out the application. He asked gender, male, female, other, or unknown.
Application today now.
You know,
What?
used to be just male or female.
Yeah.
Back when people had any common sense. But anyway, I'll leave that alone. Anyway. Yeah, Ashton, if I was to put my thoughts on YouTube, I'd never make it another day, probably. I'm old school. I'm Southern. I'm old school. So put it that way. But anyway, guys, we're going to get off here. We'll be back. If we're not back tomorrow, we'll be back Friday or Saturday, just whatever day we're both home at the same time.
Yeah.
And anyway,
Gives you a boot if you told them.
what you really think?
What you really think? Yeah.
Anyway, guys, thank y'all for coming on.
Yeah. Thank y'all.
And we'll talk to everybody again probably next couple of days at least. We'll come back on.
We'll try to schedule it.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Yeah. See ya.